And also, can you make Arun and me as co-host?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay, so fantastic. I think we have started recording. So guys, let me start out with something really, really simple. We called this session Career Fest for a reason. Career Fest means, in simple words, career festival. Now, why are we celebrating this festival? Because we have been receiving a huge, you know, we thought all the COE leaders are here. We should we should not only celebrate our achievements, but more importantly, we should talk about where are our audiences, our people facing issues. So there might be somebody in the audience who might be just starting out. So somebody might be just a recent graduate trying to figure out what technology to learn in addition to the graduation in any stream that they may have done. There might be somebody who has 5 years experience, 10 years experience, 15 years experience, and more. For example, Nikhil Sahai here has more than 15, 20 years of experience. So you are typically asking yourself, based upon where I am, what do I need to learn to stay relevant? Right? So honestly, whether you are anybody, we have some situations in common. What is common? The common thing is there is too much to learn, regardless of who you are. Even if you're a doctor, lawyer, singer, everybody has to learn and innovate themselves in this new era. So we hear about a lot of things. For example, if I go to GPT, or if I go to any LLM, or if I ask any seniors, like anybody who is established in the field, somebody says Azure is great. Somebody says DevOps. Somebody uses the word Terraform. Somebody says, "Oh, you don't know in data engineering. Everybody is going to data engineering. Microsoft Fabric, Databricks." Somebody says, "Arey Baba, I don't know Power BI." Somebody talks about AI. Somebody talks about architecture. The point is, every few months there is another technology, there is another certification, there is some framework, there is some job description, and people are thinking, the question that's on their mind is, what, are baba, there's too much to learn, where should I learn it from? And more, even before that, what technology is really hot? What How can I be more saleable in the market? How can I be better at something, and how can I sell myself in the market? How can I make my career better? That is the purpose of Career Fest. So we are not here to tell everyone to learn everything, because there is a jungle out there. There is a lot of things to learn. I am talking about the opposite. I'm talking about the opposite. When we talk about a strong career is not built. Please mark my words very carefully, guys. A strong technology career is not built by collecting technologies. Then one might ask, how is it built? It is built by understanding how A technology plus B technology fits together, how they fix together to solve a business problem. And then once I figure out what is best for me, I need to be good at solving problems with the technology. Technology in itself is nothing, it's a zero. What we do with the technology is everything. So I just want to set a context. So I'll start with a simple example. Today, you go to any place where you work. HCL, Wipro, LTI Mindtree, Deloitte, BCG. You name 100 consulting companies or 100 different companies. You will find that they need something basic. Every place has some combination of basics like compute, storage, networking, security, business intelligence, analytics. These are some of the terms that are used in basic English. I'm not talking about any technology here, guys, for now. everybody needs compute, everybody needs storage, everybody needs some networking, everybody needs some security, everybody needs some data, analytics, business intelligence. So now in our centers of excellence, we cover a broad range of stuff, and they're all connected in one way or the other. So I'm going to give you few ideas, and I'll stop. After which, what I'll do is, today we have with us Aradhya. Aradhya is an enterprise architect with with about 2 decades of experience in many of these technologies. Similarly, we have Sanjay. Sanjay is also an expert with. He's been an architect. He has worn many hats over a period of time, and he is here with us today to uh, to talk about the data side, data and AI side. They will also cover the data and AI in a different way and cloud computing. So when I said that, the every enterprise needs a combination of compute, storage, security, data, analytics, business intelligence. This is where, when you hear about the word Azure, some of us have never even heard about this word. Some of us might be graduates, ordinary graduates working. Somebody, for example, I know Naisha here is in BBA. She has finished her BBA. There was another girl called Sonia. Also, she joined our Power BI class. She had done her BBA, right? Or sorry, she was in a final year of BBA. So when we talk about the word Azure, and please bear with me, those of you who are experienced may already know it, but I'm speaking in simple language so that everybody has a base for what we're going to cover today. So Azure gives us the foundation of the four things I talked about: compute, storage, networking, identity and security. So Azure becomes the basic infrastructure. Everything is built on that. So whether you talk about applications and how the data platforms operate, Azure gives you that foundational stuff. Once you get the foundation, you can move into the data and AI world. When we talk about data, see, when you go to any company, regardless of whether you're a BBA, MBA, engineer, even doctor, whatever background, BA, BCom, BSc, MA, MCom, MSc, MBA, whatever background you're from, you eventually have to move into the data world. That is where, when you hear things like, hey, I'm hearing a lot on that news about fabric. Now everybody is thinking, what is this fabric? What is this data brick? Why is it become so important suddenly? Right? So Databricks will give you the foundation of data, data and analytics. You will hear about some terms which you may not be familiar with today. For example, you might learn about Spark, you might learn about Delta Lake, you might learn about a lot of other terms, right? Microsoft Fabric will bring together the same thing in a different way. It is a unified combination of data engineering, analytics, real-time intelligence, business intelligence. So you'll hear a lot of things about one lake. Now suddenly I might be thinking, Arey Baba, these are too many words. Everything is talking about something new. But they will build the foundation. After you build a foundation in infrastructure, you build a foundation uh, in data. Once you are done with base data, with either Microsoft Fabrics or Databricks, then you move into things like Power BI. Because now, why Power BI? We are talking about that. We are covering that as well because organizations don't invest in any platform to create more data. I don't want to create more data. I will not invest in my platform simply to create more data. They invest in something because somebody needs to make a better decision, right? For example, today I might be having a having a bike or a scooter. I decide to invest in a car. Nikhil, I hear you bought a new car. Which is the car you bought? Which brand?
That's from Mahindra.
Mahindra. So Nikhil bought a Mahindra brand. So Nikhil, you had probably bikes and everything. Why did you decide to go for Mahindra? Because you wanted to have a better comfort, better something, right? Can,
Absolutely.
right? And you have worked hard all your life to come to a position, so you wanted to have comfort for the family in general. So similarly, organizations also invest in something because they need to make a better decision. So we have some kind of a journey here, right? We have cloud infrastructure, then we have data, we have analytics, where uh, so, so the point being, instead of asking, should I learn this or that, or Azure or Databricks or Fabric or Power BI or Tableau or something else, what we should ask rather is, where do I want, if I'm talking from the perspective of a fresh graduate, right? Because it will also cover everything for experienced people also. I want to ask, where do I want to enter? How should I enter? What business problems? So, for example, Naisha here is a BBA, right? Now, what is expected of her is, what problems can she solve for an organization, and what level do I want to reach? What skills will be important for me? Today, I've completed my graduation. I partied, I enjoyed, I had fun. Now I'm starting to look for some openings. So, what problems I want to solve? What skills do I need to move from where I'm today in that organization? So for somebody starting a career, the path is different, right? Now for somebody who is already working as a, suppose he's working as a developer, he's working as an administrator, he's working as an analyst, he's working in business intelligence. Different people will have different paths to become successful. For example, somebody who's a senior might be targeting a architect role. Those expectations, or somebody who has experience it, will be targeting an architect role. At the senior level, Nikhil Sahai, at the senior level, knowing three, four tools is not enough. You are very well aware of that. And many other people who are seniors, they are very well aware. Knowing a tool is not enough. The conversation changes. The conversation changes from, can I use this service? Normal people say, can I use this service? But if somebody is a director, they will ask for their teams in operations or development, why would I need to use this service? What are the alternatives? And most importantly, every organization is growing. So they need to ask themselves, what happens when I scale from 200 people organization to a 500 people organization to a 1,000 people organization? What happens at scale? How much does it cost? How do I secure it? How do I operate it in production? So, those are some of the basic questions that anybody who is either a senior or into middle management in data or AI or any business, they need to be able to answer those questions. So, our career fest today was more about, we are noticing that market is shifting a lot. So, we have to explore that shift. So, because that's why I wanted to make it a career conversation. This is not, I'm going to be very, very clear. This is not a discussion on Fabric or Databricks or Azure technology and any marketing, nothing. If you are a student or you're a recent graduate, or if you're already working, if you are a student or a recent graduate, we'll talk about where to start. If you're already working, we'll talk about how can you build your depth and make the next transition. Now, if you're senior than that, if you're targeting architect positions, director positions, or from a director to VP positions, we'll talk about how to move beyond individual technologies and start thinking in terms of bigger things. So by the end of the session, the objective is not for the objective is not for everyone to walk away with 10 new courses to take. We are not here to ask you to do all these 10 courses and you'll become God. No. The objective is to walk away knowing what the right step is. Right? So let's start here. We have to figure out what our learning path should be, and we have to reduce the distance between what I said. We have to reduce the distance between where you are now and the role you want tomorrow. Right? We have to our whole objective is we have to reduce the distance between where you are now and where you want to be. So let's start, guys. We have again, for those who have joined us late, we have Aradhya, who's an expert in cloud and many other things, and we have Surya, who's expert in data and AI. Sorry, Sanjay, who's expert in data and AI. So guys, the whole idea is I will I have spoken enough. I will keep quiet, and I would like each and every one of you to start. This is more of a discussion. Think of us as we are all sitting in a coffee big library or a coffee shop, and we are chatting with each other. So no question is stupid. No question is basic. You can ask pretty much anything about career, about whatever your issues are, and this is kind of an open house. Okay. So I would like somebody, anybody, and if you are not comfortable with English, no problem. Please ask a question in other language, and hopefully we should be able to answer that. Okay. So please go ahead. We can speak English. We can speak whatever way we want. Just feel very comfortable. I want you to feel extremely comfortable and ask anything. Having said that, I will um, I will ask if Surya wants to, sorry, Sanjay wants to say something, Adya wants to say something, and we can go ahead and start. Over to you guys.
Hello.
Ha, Shubham ji, boliye. You can tell us. So
Yeah.
so just like Shubham has started, I want everybody to come up with something, whatever is going on in your head.
Yeah. Hi. So I actually working in a company and I am having 5 years of experience, and I'm already into DevOps, but not in Azure specifically, but in AWS. So what is the benefit of if I'm joining in this program?
Adya or Sanjay, I am going to keep my mute while I'm sipping my tea, which I've just prepared. So I would like one of you guys to address this question.
Okay, sure. So Shubham, as you're working on the open source DevOps, right?
Yes. Yes.
In open source, so there are two types of DevOps are available in market. One is the open source, second is the Microsoft DevOps, which is for the Azure DevOps.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone who is planning to go with the open source DevOps, they have to learn multiple tools and technology.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're planning to go with the Azure DevOps, over there you have to over there you have to learn only Azure DevOps. There are total 6 services available, and all the 6 services are internally integrated. It means you no need to learn 5, 6, or 10 different tools. Just go and learn one, which is Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps is mainly used for the CI/CD, project management, code repository, and many other purposes. But
Mm.
remember, again, it's not a complete solution. If you're planning to work as a DevOps engineer, so ideally you should start with the Terraform. But you
Yeah.
can start the Terraform only if you're good in cloud services. For example, suppose tell me one thing: is it possible to attempt for the 12th grade without 10th?
No. Yeah.
So similarly, uh, whatever the integration we are doing or whatever the code we are writing in Terraform, that is related to Azure services. So if you are not good in Azure services, you cannot write or you cannot work on the Terraform. So it is mandatory. It is
Mm.
mandatory or it is recommended by industry. In case you're applying to learn or you're applying to get opportunity in Terraform, you should be good in cloud services. So it
Okay.
means the first step is cloud services. After it, in case means cloud services, you have to learn each and everything manually. Once you feel comfortable with the services, property, features, integration, others, then same thing will replicate using the Terraform. And so here we have another program which is available. So Terraform and DevOps we have integrated together as a package. The reason there are two different courses. One course is Terraform, second is DevOps. So, but what we have done, we have integrated DevOps and Terraform together as a package. So
Mhm.
Terraform, where you have to write the code, Terraform is infrastructure as a code, and the DevOps is mainly used for the CI/CD pipeline. So DevOps, there are two type of approach available for the DevOps. One is the core DevOps, the second is DevOps using AI. So nowadays, what industry is expecting, anything that you're working on, if you can do the same with the help of AI, you'll get the better advantage. So what we have done, we have clubbed together everything as a package, which is called the Azure DevOps plus Terraform.
Mhm.
In your case, as you are not from the Azure cloud background, so directly you cannot learn the Terraform. If you want, see, we don't consider anyone who don't have the idea of the cloud services. If you're already working on cloud services, or you completed, I mean, suppose you since last 3 years you're working on Microsoft Azure cloud computing, or maybe you're already working as a data engineer, or you just completed your Azure services training on Azure services, then only you'll be able to understand it. Otherwise, the DevOps and Terraform you'll not be able to understand even.
Okay. So, like, my question is, I worked in AWS cloud and I know Terraform. So I just need to learn Azure and then I can, Azure and
Correct.
DevOps tools.
Correct. Azure and DevOps only. You don't need to learn the Terraform. If you're
So
good in
this program is built like it's for a whole package like
so
DevOps
we
and
so
data engineering also. Like
we
if
have
we want.
multiple courses. We have multiple program. One program is Azure Mastery. In
Hmm.
Azure Mastery, we are covering development services, admin services, and architect related services. So here total number of services we are covering is 40. Here
Okay.
we are covering infra services, PaaS services, as well as the SaaS services. Most of the people feel we are covering only infra services. So here we are not covering only infra services. If you're planning to work as a platform engineer, as a security engineer, as a data engineer, you have to deal with the infra, PaaS, and sometimes with the SaaS services. So everything we are covering under one program, which is called the Azure Mastery Program. So this is the program number one. After it, you have two options available. In case you feel you're from data background, now
Hmm.
you're trying to explore the data side. So what you can do, you can either you can go with the data brick, which is the code based approach. The second option is you can go with the MS fabric. This is the low code based approach. Or sometimes what people are doing, they're learning together. So
Hmm.
we have another program available where either you can go with the data brick, or you can go with the MS fabric, or you can learn together. The third course is, in case you are planning to automate, you are planning to work as a DevOps engineer, or you already work as a data engineer or MS Fabric engineer. In your project, there's a requirement for the DevOps also. In case you want to learn the DevOps only or DevOps plus Terraform, so that is also available. So it means we have multiple courses. We have the one course which is called the Azure Mastery Program. We have other course which is called the Azure DevOps plus Terraform. We have the third course which is called the Databricks. Fourth one is MS Fabric, and there's a combination. There's another course where you'll get both Databricks and MS Fabric together.
Okay.
Uh, Thank you, Aradhya. We have another question, I guess, from Vamsi Krishna. Vamsi, are you here? Can you speak up?
Yes, yes, I am here.
Got you. So Surya, Sanjay, if you're here, one of you are here. Um, can you help him understand if somebody is an associate architect, right? What and we have to learn a little bit more about Vamsi's background and what technology he's an architect of, so that we can guide him what can be more suitable for his kind of a background. So Vamsi, if you can describe to us, like, a couple, if you just give me two or three bullets on yourself, so that we can customize what we are saying for your sake.
Yeah, sure. So this is Vamshi. I have overall 12 years of experience. I'm from the last of 3 4 years. I'm working as associate architect. So most of the in my company the projects are into the Oracle cloud actually.
Okay.
So I'm working with the practice team. So I need to provide a solution. So I want to expand my technical skills into the Azure. So I was worked in the AWS and Oracle cloud, but I want to expand to my technical skills into Azure. So which course here is the best for to get into the Azure for as an associate architect?
Got you. So you need to learn specifically about Azure. So I'll hand it over to Ardha first.
Sure. So, Vamsi Krishna, you know, as an architect, you know, you actually sometimes you have to deal with the infra engineer, sometimes you have to deal with the software engineer, and sometimes with the data engineer. So, what you can do directly, you can start with the Azure Mastery. Okay, why Azure
Okay.
Mastery? In Azure Mastery, you will get opportunity to work with the PaaS services. Example, app service plan, app service environment, Azure function, logic app, API management, service bus, event hub, queues, topics, storage account, Azure SQL, and many more services. These are the some of the services related to platform. Apart from it, you will get the opportunity to learn the infra services. Okay, so as an architect, it is your responsibility to understand and deal with the everyone. And if you're good in infra side, you're not good with the PaaS side, or maybe you're good in PaaS side or data side, you're not good in other side. So you will struggle. I mean, always you will struggle. So it would be better to start with the Azure Mastery. But remember, as an architect, you have to deal with the data engineers also. So I'll suggest you to learn at least either MS Fabric or Databricks also. Plus, in case you have to deal with the automation engineer, then you can go with the DevOps plus Terraform. The region DevOps you cannot ignore. In 100% project cloud project, DevOps, either DevOps and Terraform, both or at least one will be used. If you see the Terraform is the market leader. Around of 50 to 60% projects are the Terraform based. Similarly, DevOps. So overall, in what if there's 100 projects running, so at 70 to 80 projects are using either Terraform or DevOps or both.
Let me share some things, Vamsi.
Okay.
Vamsi, first of all, let me congratulate you. You'll be surprised why I'm congratulating you. It is because I don't want you to throw away your existing experience just because a platform is changing. What you somebody in your kind of a situation is, you have to translate the experience, you have to identify the gaps, and then build the missing capability that you do not have currently. When you talk about cloud, obviously Oracle is not the number one cloud. It's either Azure or us, right? So if you already know some basic things, because uh, you understand compute in Oracle Cloud. So there are certain things that remain the same. For example, compute is still compute, storage is still storage, networking is still networking, identity is still identity, security is still security. But what changes? We have to understand what remains the same, what changes. What changes is the implementation, the service architecture, the terminology, the operational model, and how you integrate those services with rest of the ecosystem in an organization. So what you have today is something valuable. You have basic cloud thinking. So your learning strategy should be to map what you already know in Oracle to the corresponding Azure capabilities, right? So you will need to understand how Azure approaches compute, which services fit which workloads, how the networking integrates with those services, how identity works through Microsoft Entra, how governance will work through Azure policy, how monitoring works, and how all of this work together. So your challenge will be different, and which is why whenever my preference for you, if you want to learn Azure, is the Azure Mastery Program, where you can bring in your current experience into the class and ask Aradhya, hey Aradhya, while he's teaching the concepts of Azure, you can ask him, hey, I need to understand. Uh, this is how we did in Oracle. Can you help us understand what differences are there when we do it in a different number one platform? That is your initial challenge, but you can become like a multi-cloud expert. You don't want to remain only a Oracle cloud professional, because as long as you are in the current company, there'll be your value. But that value is completely receding, because if you look at the whole Microsoft ecosystem, they are progressing super fast, super duper fast. The adoption of Microsoft Fabric, the adoption of Azure. I mean, Azure has been popular from many, many years, but they've remained number one, right? Just like us in certain areas. So you want to become a whatever associate. I don't care about your title. I care about, can you become from an Azure cloud professional to a multi-cloud professional to a super architect. So you'll be a completely a data platform master architect. That kind of a role. You can become the immediate jump will be to a senior architect who knows multi-cloud. That will be very, very helpful to your career. Got it?
Correct, yes. Understood.
So
So
I
this,
see. I always try to put it in a simple way, because I'm not going to tell you like all those fantastic technical terms. As long as you understand the basics, that's okay for me.
yes, as I did one migration project also into the Azure from the OCI to Azure, I did it. So I know I have some basic knowledge on Azure. So just
Baba, what
based
is
on that,
happening? So just last week, there is a guy in US, right? He's in US, and if you talk to me privately, I can share. I will hide his name, but I'll share the resume, actual resume with you. He came and told me, Arun, I was a guy who came into US, so I heard the story. I said, "Great, you came to US. When did you come to US?" I said, "20, 15 years back, I came to US." I said, "Great. Uh, you know, so how was the experience in US?" He said, "Hey, it was a great experience." He's about I think 40 or 42 years of age. Said, "I had a great time in US. I grew in my career. I became from blah 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 to blah blah blah, and currently I have been working as a director in Oracle." And he knows Oracle Fusion, Oracle blah blah, Oracle Cloud, Oracle this, Oracle that. He has done a couple certifications. So I said, great. So I said, then what happened? So he said, oh, Arun, I built a house in US. I had my family, my children grew up a little bit. So I said, okay, what happened next? So he said, Arun, I had a great time. I was traveling everywhere to all the good cities. I was going to India like once or twice a year. I had great reputation. I had built a name for myself. So I said, okay, then what happened? His answer was, and then I got laid off. So he has been laid off, and now he's trying to search for jobs. And everybody in the audience, 99% people think, I think I shared it with Surya, 99% of people think, Are Baba, why he has to worry? He's already an engineer. He worked in Oracle Cloud, Oracle Fusion, Oracle this, Oracle that. He has experience behind his belt. Now suddenly he has been laid off, and the job should be easy to find. But no, it's not true, because the city he belongs in, whichever top cities he applied to US, they said, "Do you know either Azure or us? Do you know X, Y, or Z?" That I don't want to throw in technical terms, and he had no idea. All that he had done in his life was few Oracle migrations, and when he became senior, he had a team. He had a good team size. He started doing um, uh, some consulting, some selling. Like he was asked to do pre-sales or technical sales, those kind of things, and his technical skills got rusty. And now, with his children grown up, with a huge debt on, he obviously he has to pay his mortgage, he has to pay his, and he's finding that he's nowhere. And he has been taking coaching from me to get to Azure and move on to uh, on the role within Azure ecosystem. So this kind of a thing is very real. It's right in your face. And he literally, like, he was feeling so sad. He said, I can't even describe to the juniors. I can't talk to my family. They think I'm doing great in US, but it's a very tough situation for me, and I have this huge loan for me. So I'm
And
yeah.
and I would like to add on to what Arun mentioned. So Arun mentioned about US situation. Right now in India, I think there are around more than 10,000 people in Oracle got laid off. I think you all know the
Yeah.
news. Even today,
But Larry
some,
got
so,
rich.
yeah. So some of them they have studied in even colleges like Triple IT Hyderabad or IITs or IIMs, and even they are still searching for jobs, and they are not able to get jobs in majority of the places because except Oracle, they do not know anything outside. So today companies are demanding for Azure, AWS, GCP. You have different skill set, but the major demand right now, the fastest growing demand is Azure.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
because they are not having the Azure or any cloud, forget about cloud for a moment, forget about Oracle for a moment. Even there is a lot of hiring which happens for SAP as well. I mean, SAP is neither new nor it is like old as well. It is somewhere in between. So neither they have exposure to modern clouds nor they have exposure to SAP. Only they know is Oracle. So they are not being considered for any roles, and they are desperately searching for jobs despite having very good academic credentials, despite being
You know,
very good track record. And the main reason is lack of exposure towards modern cloud platforms. So today everybody talks about Gen AI, right? Gen AI skills, everybody is talking about using Cloud Cowork or Cloud Code or whatever. Now there are two parts in Gen AI. One is to use Gen AI, second is to build Gen AI agents and chatbots and other things. Now here I'm not talking about using Gen AI, right? I'm not talking about being a user of Gen AI. Here I'm talking about being a Gen AI engineer. Now to be a Gen AI engineer, you actually need to know cloud fundamentals. You need to know at least one of the PaaS,
absolutely.
platform as a service. If you do not know that, then you are not going to build a foundation for Gen AI. See, Gen AI requires you to build and deploy Gen AI in some platform. See, whatever tutorials you see outside, if you build a Gen AI platform locally on your computer, nobody cares because you have to productionize that. You should deploy that into production in the cloud. So if you run something locally, I mean, yeah, you can open Claude, you can ask something, and you using Olama, you can build a chatbot in just like what in less than half an hour you can do it. But the point is, how are you going to productionize that in the cloud? Then in that case, you have to either deploy it in Azure Foundry or you have to deploy it in Databricks.
Yep.
I mean, these are the two popular platforms right now for Gen AI. Now, to do that, you first need to know either Azure or Databricks. To know Azure or Databricks, first you need to know cloud fundamentals. So it all comes down. See, even if you let's
So,
say, even if
so,
you let's
Surya,
say,
one
yeah,
second. Sisu.
yeah,
Vamsi, you know, forget this technology for just a minute. Forget every technology in the world. I felt sad. I felt really sad for this guy because he speaks well. He's a good guy. He has experience. Where I felt emotional about this guy, I don't even know him directly. He came through a reference to me. He's a friend of a friend, right? And he's junior to me. When he came to me, Vamsi, what happened was he told me, Arun, I applied to all the positions. I did not get even selected. In couple places where I got selected, I chose there's a position called operations manager or chief of staff, some kind of a position he got. So he said, Arun, this is a very general position. So at least I have been a director. I come from a reputed organization like Oracle. I am a direct employee of Oracle. So definitely, I think they should take me. So what happened next was, uh, he took counseling for me, but he ignored my advice on day one because he thought whatever I was saying was not important. Huh? Because he thought he was a superhuman with a lot of intelligence. And so I told him, you will come back to me some other day. We'll have a conversation some other day. Now he went for this interview, and this is a true story. And if you want, I can make you speak to that guy. Okay. Anyhow, so what happened was, Aradhya and Surya, I may not have shared this with you. Uh, it's a name starting with V. Okay, that much I can tell you. So he went for this interview and they asked him questions like, how will you bring another cloud into our organization? What is the rhythm of the business? Have you ever done this kind of a role before? You seem to have focused on migration, but you know X, Y, or Z. So he said, I got killed in the interview. It was almost like, I'm standing and everybody throwing stones at me. I could not answer more than two questions other than migration. And he said, I felt so silly that when I had a chance, when I was enjoying and taking everything easy, and I did not upskill myself or learn anything, I thought life would be simple. Now at the age of 42 or 40, I'm standing here in this situation and I feel sick for myself. So technology is one thing, right? But what he was talking about is, his situation and why he became in this situation. That is more important. Okay, I think we have given enough. We should give everybody else a chance. So is there? I know, Nikhil, you had a question. So anybody, Surya, why don't you complete your thought,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah,
if I think
yeah.
Nikhil and many other people have questions.
Yes, yes. So to cut long story short, the thing is, the market has evolved so much, right? Maybe 20 years back, if you say Oracle, Oracle, it would have been great. Even for that matter, my one of my friend who worked in SAP, just 1 year back, they used to have like a staff of 50 people in his team. Now they cut it down to 10 people and they expanded their cloud team, Gen AI team, data engineering team, and other teams. So here it's not like the jobs are getting eliminated or something. Yes, definitely roles are getting eliminated, but at the same time, new jobs are getting added in other things like modern cloud platforms, enterprise data platforms, and other things. So in a way, what's happening is the market is shifting towards, you can say, towards more modern approach, and all like migrations are happening, new, they're expecting people to have new skill sets. So that's where the market is heading, and that's the reason why, if you look at last year, for example, the last thought process is, generally December is the slowest period in India or US or any market when you want to get an interview call, because December is the time where everybody will go on a vacation, be it New Year, be it Christmas. Even October itself, the slowdown happens because you have Thanksgiving, you have you have a lot of things. Like in India, you have Diwali, you have multiple festival season going on in the last 3 months. Despite being such a slow market, despite people going on leaves and all, last year, if you might have noticed, there is tons and tons of hiring which was happening for Azure cloud as well as for data engineering, this thing. So every day, like for example, one of the person was telling, every single day they were getting 2 3 calls from HRs, and he finally had to stop, he finally had to remove his resume from Naukri because so many calls he was getting. And very recently also, a couple of people told the same exact feedback. Despite all the other roles slowing down, for Azure, for Databricks, and for Fabric, these three specifically, if I talk about, there are tons and tons of demand which is in the market, and even HRs or talent acquisition teams are telling, hey, we are not able to find the candidates. That is the situation which is going on right now, despite having such a market slowdown. So that is the current situation. If you want to go, you can go and do a research, or probably you can talk within your friend circle and they'll confirm whatever I said. So the timing is also very important when you learn something, right? So for example, I mean, among all these things, take fabric as an example. 1 year back, no one was really talking about fabric. 2 years back, also, no one was really talking. This year, especially from the beginning of this year, every company started putting fabric also as one of the keywords in the JD, along with Databricks and other technologies. Today, the demand for fabric in such a way that, for example, for Databricks, companies have a budget limit. For fabric, some of the companies have removed their budget limit. Why? Because they are not able to find the fabric candidates. So because it's a new technology. So I mean, for example, I was teaching fabric from last 1 year. So last year there is nobody. Even if I say fabric, okay, why should we learn fabric? Today people are coming on their own and telling, no, 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 we have to learn fabric because my company is shifting to fabric, or I'm seeing in the market they're asking for fabric, etc. So these shifts are bound to happen. Only thing is now they have accelerated in the last 2 years, especially. So here, like Aradhya mentioned rightly, so these are all like different pieces of your skill set which has to form. So ultimately, if you want to grow to a architect level, or if you want to grow in your career, like Aradhya mentioned in the beginning, you need to know infrastructure side, you need to know platform side, you need to know software side, IaaS, infrastructure as service, platform as service, and software as service. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Yes, sir.
Surya,
So
I
one
would
one second.
one second. Aditya. I would like to take. I had a quite a surprise. Naisha Sahai is known to me. She's a young graduate. So Naisha, congratulations first of all for having completed your BBA couple months back. We have uh, we have someone here who goes regularly to the different colleges. He has been a judge, a teacher. As a practitioner, he goes to many colleges across the board, all over India. So, Surya, Sanjay, the question was that you know I am a BBA. Naisha, are you here?
Hi, yes, sir.
Fan- Fantastic, Nash. So the question was, hey, my name is Naisha Sahai, and I have done my BBA. I have, from New Delhi, XYZ College. I'm not specifying the name to keep it private. But, after I've done BBA, I uh, I need to know what are the avenues for me. What are some of the basic things I need to learn to stay relevant in today's market? Because otherwise, what happens is whether you do, in a BBA, unlike MBA, you don't have a specialization, so to speak. So you are not yet an MBA. So you have two, three choices. Choice number one is I have nothing to do, so let me do my MBA from XYZ place, or let me start preparing for CAT and all those examinations. Which is, but if somebody wants to do a job, Sanjay, um, uh, and they have read HR, they have read operations, they have read marketing, they have read some basic XYZ high level computer in the college. They don't teach much. So, because of your extensive experience, particularly helping BBAs, MBAs, all kind of people, can you sort of give her a so Naisha, I would like you to frame your questions as well, but I'm trying to become your voice so that he can share with you what are some of the things he has been seeing across and what's important without talking about any particular XYZ technology. Sanjay, you got the question right?
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I got.
So it's a basic guidance because she's somebody who has just completed a BBA.
Yeah,
She had a good everybody in the family is happy now, just like I would, right?
yeah, yeah,
And now she's open to like let me explore what's out there in the world. So typically, what will happen is she'll leave, she'll apply to, let's say, ICICI for a bank job. She'll apply to somewhere for a marketing job. She'll apply somewhere for a HR job. And then the expectations the industry has today, regardless of the specialization, is a lot, right? Otherwise, she'll just make the typical 15, 20,000. Even for that, you have to work like a dog for the first 6 months. And who better than so Naisha? Sanjay is a gold medalist MBA, 10 out of 10. Uh, and from there he built his career. So he knows the pains of somebody who's a graduate.
Yes. See, if so, I just want to know: did you are you located in India or outside of India?
Noida, New
I
Delhi.
Yes,
Okay,
so
okay,
I'm
okay,
in
fine.
New Delhi.
Okay, okay, fine, fine, got it. Okay. Yeah, see, typically when you talk from job point of view, most of the client projects, general in service side at least, they need at least 1 or 2 years of experience to start billing. So that's the reason why only big companies generally hire freshers, not small companies. Even if they hire, they will generally give regular tasks, not project. They will not deploy people into projects. So my advice or my suggestion for this would be, if you already have a job, don't say no, take it, whatever job you have. But at the same time, have a roadmap to upskill yourself to get certified, build your portfolio. So these are two parallel tracks which you have to pursue. So once you do that, what happens is you get ready for the next role. So that is the whole idea. Now imagine you want to, let's imagine that, okay, you want to go for higher education and you want to write CAT and you want to get into a B school. So generally what you do for next year admission, so let's say this year CAT, for example, it will be what, November or December. You might start your preparation by April, February or March or April. And then you write CAT,
Le-
then
le-
you get
le-
selected, then you'll get
but
ready for the next year.
yeah, but let's first
Similarly,
ask her if she wants to give cat at all or she's preferring a job.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Naisha, what would you like to do? Are you more interested in gaining couple years of experience first and then do your MBA? What is your thought process? Talk to us.
So basically what I was thinking is that I would work for a couple of years and gain the experience, and then I would go for an MBA.
Got you. Fantastic idea.
Okay, so generally, even if you, let's say you want to crack CAT, right? So you start your preparation 6 months before the exam, then you write the exam. Let's say you start in April, then you give the exam in November, then you get the admission next year. So it's a 1 year time frame. The same thing can be applied for upskilling as well, right? Of course, now for experienced people, the learning curve will be shorter. For freshers, it will be longer, especially from non-technical background. So what you have to do is, you have to get ready for the next role or to even start upskilling. First, you need to have that foundation. To have that foundation, to upskill, to build your portfolio, get certified, maybe Microsoft certified or Databricks certified, etc. So you need to start upskilling in the technology, right? Like you have to start somewhere. So maybe you can start with cloud or you can start with Fabric or Databricks, because Fabric is more of low code. Maybe you can start there as well. And then eventually what you need to do is you have to get your profile ready for the tech role, and then you'll start applying for the companies. And then, because you have visibility, so what you have to do is, because you're a fresher, you have to regularly post articles on LinkedIn, you have to be active, you have to engage with community, you have to make sure that you go to conferences for networking purposes, and you do all those things. So it's a holistic approach what you have to take. And eventually you will definitely land into a good role, and then you work there, and then eventually you'll go for higher education. My recommendation is, as someone who has done MBA and all of that, my personal recommendation is, yeah, maybe before COVID my advice would have been different. After COVID my advice is different. So if you are going for an MBA, if you get a top college, then go. Otherwise, I would suggest you not to waste your 2 years of time, because until COVID situation was different, because I joined my MBA after 4 years of work experience, and I joined my MBA before COVID, so just before COVID, and then COVID came. I mean, it was unplanned. Even if it was 1 year delayed, I would not have done it. So the situation before COVID and after COVID is different. So that's why I'm telling. If you get a top college with good scholarship and all, go ahead. Otherwise, you'll end up having 30 to 50 lakhs debt on your head. Apart from that, nothing is going to happen. So that would be my career advice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Naisha, to simplify it even further, what I'll do for you, Naisha, is that I will get you in touch with a girl called Sonia. She has not completed her BBA. She's in third year BBA. I will tell you her story separately, right? And Sonia, if we can get her introduced to Disha Aftani, whom you mentored, right? So how she built her career and what kind of
Yeah, she's
simple thing
from
she did.
BBA
Uh,
plus MBA background. Yeah, she has good. She's in a remote role right now.
and
She
and
yeah
yeah, and also you can if I'm not remembering all the names right now, but we have a group. So Naisha, what we'll do is we'll have a separate one-on-one with you as soon as I find some time or Sanjay has some time, and we will make it even more simpler for you. Since currently we are in a public forum, I cannot customize it further, but we'll tell you how you can take advantage after having done BBA. So I don't want to go for I mean, yes, I mean to pick up a job, you can pick up any job that you qualify for, but build a career. You If you take the right moves, you will set your career for life. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of struggle, unnecessary struggle in the later years. So I told I told Nikhil also that I will talk to you separately. We'll set up some time with you. You have known me for a long time. We haven't met in last many years. I knew you when you were in school. So I will talk to you and I will make things very easy for you. Okay. Um,
Yeah, thank you guys.
yeah. Nikhil, did you have your own question? Because I think where you were when I converse with you, you are in the position, you are in a senior role, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So when somebody is in a senior role, um, it's not about learning XYZ technologies. Number one. So let me take an example. Suppose somebody is a IT director, right? Now they have been managing technology or teams for some years, right? They might be managing operations, they might be managing a development team, and they have a very basic understanding of how Azure works. They may have done a company course or a course sponsored by somewhere. They might have developers, operations, vendors, some projects, some budgets for those projects, right? So when I talk to such people, if I tell them, do Databrick, do Fabric, do Azure, do this, do that, that will be a wrong career advice, because at your stage, I will not want somebody to become a Databricks developer or Databricks engineer. At that level, the question is not, can I write PySpark? No. The question becomes, do I understand? Do I understand enough about the newer data platform and AI to make the right decisions for my organization? So, so somebody in your position will have, as you grow to your next levels, you will have questions like, where should my enterprise data live? What should my architecture look like? Why is why is a particular data platform, XYZ data platform, why is it becoming expensive? Why are my pipelines failing? How can I improve the quality of data, the quality of security, the quality of governance? Those kind of questions um, will come in your way. You will be asked as you move into the leadership ladder further, should I standardize on Fabric or Azure native services or Databricks, or should I have some combination of these services? So let's assume that there is a CEO or a CIO or a CDO, right? Because probably your next title which you're aiming for is somewhere at those levels. But if you cannot answer, if I ask you a question, right? Anybody in your position, if I ask a question, are we ready for AI? It's a simple question. Are we ready for AI? Then the IT director has to explain whether the underlying data architecture is ready or not. In many cases, the underlying architecture, the underlying data is not ready. Everybody wants to. So, so Sanjay, Nikhil and I had a half a minute conversation where he's telling me uh, somebody from a company XYZ company, FWAI, right? This is the name of the company, and I shouldn't be taking the names, but I did. So forgive me for that. But somebody convinced him to just look into AI, doing a course, and he found almost nothing of value in that course at all. It was at a very basic level. It did give him some basic ideas, but they had literally nothing. And the expenditure, Nikhil, what was the expenditure?
Well, I would say around 1.5. And I would not say that literally nothing. But yeah, the structure and all was something that is not helping me, I would say.
Yeah, it does not. I mean, it gives you
Yeah,
an idea, but does not help
yeah,
you solve the problems that you might
yeah,
face in your future. This
yes.
thing. So
That is more towards how you can, as an entrepreneur, build your own AI agency, right? So that's more towards that. And
that could have been
mm,
learned in a day
yeah,
with like a free session organized by us.
hmm,
That's what it should have happened. Anyhow, so let me get back. So your somebody in your somebody in your level will not want to become an engineer. Your career progression is not IT director to a Databricks developer or a Fabric developer. Your future is director to a data and cloud platform leader, data and AI platform leadership. So you'll move from a director to AVP to VP. It depends on different organizations, and you have been working for one organization for a long time. You have a reputation behind you, but that reputation exists in that one company, one place. If you test yourself against the market, you'll realize that to become a true data and AI leader, there are some gaps. So when you said that you were interested in data bricks, fabrics, and just learning where the gaps are, so that you can lead the teams. Because if you know the fundamentals of what is happening in the data market or AI market, that way you will get a good handle on uh, how do you manage your teams. They can't make a fool out of you because you understand the lingo, you understand how to solve problems in your particular industry, right? So let's say an engineer comes to you and says, "Hey, sir, this pipeline is going to take under 2 weeks." At somebody in your level, if you're completely removed from those details, what will they do? They will just accept the statement what other people tell them. So if you are a true leader, you will ask what exactly is taking 2 weeks. Is it ingestion? Is it transformation? Is it data quality? Is it orchestration? Is it performance? Is it environment management? Is it CI/CD? So that conversation will change. You will be able to ask all the right questions. You'll be able to you know handle the situation to your advantage. So you have to understand the problems well of the data and AI shifts in the industry, so that you can challenge the assumptions, you can allocate the right resources, you can make the right decision. So that's where, that's
yeah.
how, at a very high level, and we can have a separate dialogue later on. This is how the technologies knowledge is going to help you.
No,
Uh,
absolutely.
but yeah, but you have to initially, when you're learning, you have to learn with an open mind. You have to
Yeah.
get your hands dirty so that you can speak the lingo with complete confidence. So if Surya is here,
I- I'll
I've
I'll
asked
I'll
Nikhil to
ask.
join Monday.
I'll
Yeah,
add one more. I'll add
sure.
one more
Please,
statement to
please,
it.
please, please.
First, thank you so much. This is exact ask. Nothing. I mean, nothing more. You said it absolutely bang on, because the position that I am holding right now, I'm not going to be, coding. To be honest.
Right.
Plus, The way the cloud, the way GPT, all these things, you developers are also using that. They're not using their brain. They're using these things
That's true. That's true.
significantly, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need to learn coding. Now you can get the coding from Claude. You can get so it's you're bang on it that yes, it's more to do with how to make sure that you are not a fool, standing in front of the entire developers, or they're not able to make fool of you,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, so that's why I don't start with the technology. I always share that let us let us help you think. Let us start with your career destination. If you are aware, if people are not aware of what career destinations are possible next, we share that with them. Then we work backward to the technology, the depth and the learning path that is required. So that's how we are going to proceed with you starting Monday.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Alrighty. Who's
So,
next?
yeah, Arun, there's a question from Sabita. So it says, seeing she has a career gap and planning to start her career as a fresher, considering the current IT market
Oh,
with technology.
this is my favorite question, Savita. Savita, I will just for I mean I think I should give it to Surya. He's wonderful because we've had, trust me, we have these conversation every single day. So Surya, can you share with, like, so first tell us, Surya, why do people have gaps, and then then you might want to talk about, is it a bad thing to have a gap, and can you recover from it? Can you become marketable? That kind of thing.
Yes, definitely. And then there is, apart from this question, there is another question like, can we get into tech without a computer science degree? That is also another question, which is
Oh
almost
my God, we
similar
have so
answer.
many examples, so many
Yeah,
examples. Please
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. I'll keep
Yes.
mute you. Please go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes. So here, couple of things. First thing I want to tell is, uh, there are two kinds of career paths. Okay, one is linear career path, another one is non-linear career path. Does anyone know what is the meaning behind these two? What is a non-linear versus linear? Anybody who wants to give it a shot?
Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I?
No, you are not qualified to give. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
No,
yes. Anyone
one.
who wants to
No,
try?
I'm looking at the English. One sounds like a straight line. One sounds like a little bit zigzag.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So many people are used to the idea of having a linear career path. Linear career path means what? Okay, you study in college, then you do a regular job, then you get promoted, then you'll get a hike. So that is your linear career path. Non-linear career path is okay. You first complete your college, maybe you try a competitive exam, maybe that will not work out, or maybe you start a business that will not work out. You take a step back, go into company, you work in, maybe you work in a corporate, then probably you'll quit that corporate, then you'll go into a startup. So it's like a non-linear path, like the name itself says. It's not a straight line, it's a zigzag line. So today, see, maybe 20 years back, having a non-linear career path was seen differently, but today it is very common, right? Having a non-linear career path, especially in the world where we have social media, online presence, and everything. And since now we are in a globalized economy, I still remember even 10 years back, layoff was such a very bad word that, I mean, if you are terminated or if your CV says you're laid off, that's a very very bad thing. Today it's normalized. Today many layoffs are happening, terminations are happening. Now it's like very common to get laid off, right? I mean, looking at the market and all, no matter what your background is, the entire teams are getting laid off irrespective of their performance. So now we are living in a world where we are living in a non-linear career path kind of world. So people who have linear career path, I would say, in a way, are going to struggle because they haven't seen failure or they haven't seen the setbacks. Okay, immediately after college, they got a job, then they are just switching from one job to another job. And people who have a non-linear career path will know how to get back to the market because they have done it in enough number of times. They restarted their career or they went from one domain to another domain. So for people who are following non-linear career path, navigating to today's world will be much much easier, I would say. So for example, I'll tell you why I said that. Okay, imagine you are a non-computer science person, right? Let's say you are a completely into business role. Now, to convince someone to hire you into a tech role is not an easy thing, right? So, and it's not going to happen just like that. Just like you apply a job, you'll get, no, it's not going to happen like that for a non-linear path. So, okay, you'll go to a company, they will not accept your profile. Then you go to another. Finally, there'll be one opportunity where someone will say yes. So if you that I mean that's the beauty of private sector, right? So in government sector, let's say if you failed in a government exam, you have to wait until next year to give another attempt. In private sector, the beauty is today morning you can fail in an interview, and by evening you can attend another interview and get an offer letter in your hand. So that's how private sector works. Yes, maybe one company may not accept your profile, maybe another company may not accept it, but definitely there will be one company which will definitely accept your profile, and there you will get started. So it will not be perfect, like I mentioned. So to answer your question, yes, career gap coming from a non-technical or non-CS background, everything is very much possible, but you cannot follow the same roadmap what other people who have a linear career path have. the
Yeah.
mistake what people the mistake what people make is they try to replicate the same strategy used by people who have a linear career path. Now for example, you may
Our
have a friend
parents,
who's
our parents who
ha
joined TCS after graduation, they retired from TCS. That doesn't
exactly.
happen today.
Yeah, that is one. And even like imagine you have a friend who is from computer science background and who started their career. Now your roadmap being from a non-computer science cannot be same as your computer science guy background. And when you talk about non-linear career path, everybody has their own different version of the story. It's not going to be the same. So you cannot copy someone's strategy and say, okay, I can get into this particular path. And that is where many people actually fail to make the transition. If you look at COVID situation, for example, many people joined upgrad, they joined great learning, they spent 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakh rupees to do data science courses. And maybe if 100 people have done it, 90% of them are nowhere close to what they expected. Only 5 or 10 people made a transition, and that is true for every course for that matter in the market, not only big guys, even small courses. And the reason why that happens because you are trying to follow a linear career model for a non-linear career path. Now the question will come. Okay, fine, this is all good in theory to say, but how to even handle this non-linear career path thing? Now let me tell you my story, right? So initially, in my when I completed my undergraduation, I got 3 offers in campus. But since my family business was in crisis, I said no to all those three, and then I got into it. There I was stuck for 4 years in the family business, and I neither I could go forward nor I could go backward. And I studied electronics. It's not computer science; it's electronics. Now for 4 years I was stuck. Neither I moved forward in my career nor I moved backward. It is just the way how it is going. So after working in business for 4 years, you know how it is, right? Yeah, only thing which I learned being from non-CS background but still engineering is C programming. That too, I have taken 1 or 2 courses. That too in first year, and while preparing for campus placements, I have studied something. That's it. So I worked in business for 4 years, and then whatever campus placement preparation you do it during third year, and you crack campus placement in fourth year. So there is a 5 years gap. So I forgot everything in tech. I forgot even the basics, how to write a for loop. Now the question is, where do I start my career? Okay, 4 years are done. So then I thought, okay, anyway, people are going to, if they want to restart their career, everybody anyway, they even if they have a linear career path, everyone is doing masters. So I started doing MBA. I decided to do MBA because that made sense. Okay, I worked in business for 4 5 years. Then if I now I cannot go into MTech or MS. So I decided to go for MBA. Okay, I started my MBA. Now MBA is like my lifeline. So that's my last opportunity to set my career right because already
And
4 years
even,
are gone.
and even there, you were in such situations
Yeah,
where you did not have the all the money in the world to
correct.
prepare for the topmost colleges. Even if you could have,
Yeah,
even if you qualified for that, you did not have the money to pay for topmost colleges in India or the United States or
yeah,
Europe. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So all those challenges were there. So I completed first year of MBA. I got a internship. I was the only person who got internship in one of the central government companies in finance, and that internship got cancelled. So my friend got an internship in Reserve Bank of India. I got it in IF. There is one infrastructure corporation, we call it, in Delhi. So that's the corporation which handles all the road projects and everything, right? So it is a very less known company, but it's a very big company that is there. And another friend of mine got into Niti Aayog. All three internships got cancelled, and ours is the first batch in the history of MBA to go out of the college without an internship because of COVID. So think about the situation. Nobody faced that situation before. Nobody knows what's happening. College faculty doesn't know what's happening. Campus cell doesn't know what's happening. There is nothing anybody could do. So
Alright,
I
bhai,
had
even Surya ji, even Trump did not know what was happening. Even Modi ji did not know what was
yeah,
happening.
exactly. At
Uh,
that time Trump was there in
Nobody knew.
2020. Yeah. Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
knew what was happening.
Yeah, exactly. Trump also didn't knew what was happening at that time. Trump was the president, his first term.
Right,
So,
right.
so I just completed first year. I was about to join the internship. Summer is coming, and then this COVID thing came. Now I don't know what to do. Okay, I don't have a computer science degree. Okay, I don't have relevant tech experience for 4 years. Then MBA already 1 year is over. Another year will be over. So if I compare myself to my friends who graduated around the same time, I'll be lagging behind them by 6 years. I have to catch up 6 years if I get into tech. So I was like completely, I didn't know what to do. Obviously, I mean, that uncertainty will be there, right? So then what I did was I simply sat down and I thought, okay, what should I do next? COVID has come, lockdown is there. I can't even go outside or travel outside. Okay, should I try for an internship? So all the internships are over by that time. I mean, all the hiring of our internship was over by that time. So I sat down and I started with, you'll not believe, I started with a very basic thing called Excel. I started learning Excel. Then everybody is like, okay. I mean, when I'm talking to guys who are already very well settled in IT, they are like, okay, one person says learn .NET, another person says learn C++, another person says learn Azure. Why are you learning legacy? Another person says learn C sharp. Everybody has their own advice, and because everybody had that their own domain, right? So they are not wrong in their advice. They gave their advice which worked for them, but it was very confusing. I thought, okay, let's start with a very fundamental thing, which is Excel. I started everything with a very basic Excel spreadsheet. Okay, how to use Excel properly. That's where I got started. From Excel, so in Excel, what did I do? I learned Power Query, I learned VBA, I learned Power Pivot, then I learned all the DAX, I learned M code, I learned, so even VBA is also coding, right? So I learned all these things in Excel initially. Once I learned all these things in Excel, that VBA gave me that foundation of some coding basics and other things, if you say. So from there, I also learned DAX. DAX is there in Excel as well. Then someone told me, hey, why are you learning Excel DAX? If you already know how to use DAX, why don't you learn Power BI? Then I learned Power BI. Then I was searching for a job. Now I go for an interview. The company will say, hey, your communication skills are good. Your track record is good. You have very good. I mean, you're a management guy. You have very good business side of knowledge. You have a very. I mean, you are the topper of your batch. Everything is good, but you have to start as a fresher. So everywhere I go for the interview, I pass the interview, but they consider me as a fresher because they say that no, we can't consider your family business experience. Now some people, what they gave me as an advice was, okay, why don't you put fake experience? I said, why should I put fake experience? Why can't I tell my story? So what I did was, I turned to LinkedIn and I gave my entire story. Like, this is what happened. I was stuck there for 4 years. I got 3 campus placement offers. This happened, this happened, this happened. And I was regularly active on LinkedIn. I was sharing my journey. I was sharing my projects, my portfolio, everything I was sharing. Almost for 4 or 5 months continuously, I was posting, and I got different opportunities. People started reaching out and they said, okay, your profile looks good. I see you're looking for opportunities. So can you please share your profile and all of that? So yes, if there are 10 companies where I was attending the interview, 8 to 9 companies say that, hey, you're a fresher, we cannot give you more than 20-30,000 rupees per month as salary. Now I didn't get demotivated at any given point of time because I know for a fact that there are 10,000 companies in private sector. Even if 9,999 companies reject me, there will be that one company which will accept my profile. And that is
Correct.
exactly the same thing which happened. There is one company, I mentioned very clearly during the interview that I cannot give you even a single pay slip, PF, or anything I can give you. I'm restarting my career, but I can give you all the proof of business and all these things, whatever I have done. You can do a background verification. I don't have any criminal record or any of that. If you have that concerns, my track record is very clean. Only thing is I got stuck there for 4 years, and I can even show you my offer letters which I got during my campus placements. So this is what my profile is. I am
So,
ready
so,
to.
yeah.
Then
So
yeah.
let me yeah, once you're done, let me quickly add. So Savita ji, are you still here? Savita, Ardhya? Okay,
Yes, he's
okay,
here.
okay, Asha.
Yeah.
Savita, let me add very simple facts for you. Okay, what are the facts? Number one, I'll give you examples because you have heard a lot of good stories. You have heard good communication, which is great. Now examples. There is a lady, and Ardha can introduce you to her. I know her personally now. She's a lady who was in a remote place in Bihar or something like that, some state in Now she was working with the bank, typical bank. Okay.
It was rural bank.
Rural bank, village bank. I will call it village only, na, for simple English.
Yeah.
Ah, so she came to Adya and said, "Sir, I can't do this bank work. I mean, it's a good work, but I want to change. I want to become something big. I will cut the story down short to the outcome. She worked with Aradhya. She is now well settled in a great IT company, and she's teaching other people how to. She's managing team. There's yet another person from United States. Her name is Namrata. In her case, you might have seen her. She occasionally appears. She on our channels. Now her story was that she had some experience. Uh, she she came to IT very late in her life. Very late meaning not. I mean, she was not too old. She was young person, very young in the 20s. Now she had some basic marketing background, some basic analytics background. She came to Aradhya and said, "Sir, I want to change my thing. I know I have learned some basic SQL also and little bit here and there." So she came to Aradhya. She also went to Surya. So we laid out a plan for her. We said, "You learn this Azure, right? Whatever the Azure mastery is getting, you learn that." She said, "Sir, but I don't know what is a server. I have basic ideas about the, everything because I keep talking to my, friends and seniors and other things. But details, sir, it might be too tough for me." So Adya said, "You just watch how I do my labs and you just practice whatever I teach you every day. You participate in quizzes." She used to be very silent in initial. Then she got huge interest after a while. She did all the labs very sincerely. And once she did that, she said, "Hey, I want to, hey, Surya." Then she went to Surya. She said, "Hey, I want to learn a little bit about, how the data works." So Surya gave her like little bit more about how to work in Fabric and Databricks. So she learned that. Long story short, within a short period of time, she applied for her first role, and we helped her with the resume. We helped her with the whole 9 yards of preparation for the resume. We gave her personalized coaching and counseling. And like I said, long story short, she is working as a cloud data architect in United States as I speak. Unfortunately, she's not here today, but I'll be very happy to introduce you whether there are people in India or there are people abroad. I know of another graduate who came from a pharmacy background. No, no, no. I don't think I'm right. Arda, correct me if I'm
Chemist-
wrong. We had
Chemistry.
a person,
Chemistry.
chemistry background. He done chemistry. He said,
They were
"Arey Baba, I've learned basic bonds. I've learned basic equations in chemistry. I have nothing to do with IT. I will do a job." So when he came to Aradhya, and he has spoken about himself in the past. So what he was doing was he was working. He got his first job because he tried. He is from a smaller city. He's not from a main city like Bengaluru, right? Or Chennai or Delhi. So he said, I have no IT experience. I was dabbling here and there. Now I want to do something. So Arja said, okay, whatever job you can pick up just to sustain your, living, you pick up. You know what job he got, Sabita? Of course you don't know. So I'll tell you. He got a job in Patanjali. Do you know what Patanjali is? Everybody in India should know Patanjali. Our Swami Ramdev has made it so popular all over the world, good or bad. So he got a job in working with one of the Patanjali offices. And what he was doing, what was his role? He was an office coordinator. Office coordinator means what is office? If I ask you to become an office coordinator in Patanjali, it means that you are opening the door in the morning, you are shutting the door in the evening. You are told, hey, somebody has come. Can you make tea?
so
Or
so Arun,
huh.
on paper he was working as a scientist, but reality
On paper you can be anything on paper, but in real life, go make tea, go do this, go close the store, go do this, go do the inventory. That kind of a role he was doing just to sustain him because and it was not bad. It was not bad. Please don't. I'm not trying to degrade any role. It was an important work to sustain his expenses as a young graduate, right? Then he came to Aradhya. He said, Sir, I please help me change my life. Long story short, if you Aradhya can tell me what he's doing today because I remember having talked to him, but what is he doing today?
so he has a career gap of around 3 year or maybe
Oh
three
my.
plus year.
Ha.
He's from chemistry background. He don't have any IT background, and
Ha.
he working in the cloud ecosystem, working on data engineering, cloud services, many other activities. And remember, as of now, currently he's working. At the time, he's working to different companies. Very
Ha.
soon, he's planning to change also.
Fantastic.
First time he got the three offer,
Ha.
13.5, 16 and 18 lakhs.
We have one more person who joined Microsoft. He was from a tier two or tier three college, and he has shared his story with us on in the front of everybody on video. Another person came to us. I don't want to take his name because he's currently working with a very reputed organization today. He came to us and he was Surya. You might remember it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's into quality. He has worked for a few number of years in the quality. He said, "Sir, I know processes of quality. Like I know how to plan, do, check, act. Plan, then do, then check, then act. Basic quality stuff that is what he knew. He was working for quality processes. Once he talked to Aradhya, once he talked to Surya, then he got good ideas. Now his wife had already joined one of the courses, and she had previously done her bachelor's degree in I think it was science, bachelor's in science. She had also taken a course from IIT, 1 year full program. I think the cost was 1.5 lakhs, huge cost was there. And she had taken that program. At that point of time, few years back, data science was popular. She had done that program and she realized that in the entire, I mean, it gave her basic knowledge. She was active. The good part was she was active. But that course did not work out for her at all because she went in it with the name of IIT, but it was completely useless, just like it is for many 90% of the people it is useless. Only 10% people make it. For everybody else, they don't even understand what's going on and how to relate to real life issues. Anyhow, so both of these people are currently working as lead cloud data engineers. They are both. I think one of them is working for a Chennai-based wonderful company. The other one is Bangalore, and one they are working from home also. They have a hybrid setup. So, in short, Savita, I can keep on giving.
No,
Speak for I can
Arun,
speak for
Arun,
several hours. Huh?
Arun, you forgot one more story.
Huh? Who's that?
That guy who worked as a factory worker,
Oh my
Calcutta,
God!
Calcutta.
I wish you would join us for. He
Yeah,
told us he was he told
jewelry
us
design.
and he himself will share about. Like, next time I'll bring him in for one of the sessions. He was into jewelry design. Jewelry. He studied in a normal school, did not have a father growing up. He fought hard with the circumstances, did some jewelry design, worked in a factory. He was not paid anything in the for some time. Lot of things happened, right? Then he started educating himself. He did hard work. He started educating himself, and to, to cut the long story short, he's currently working in a very reputed, super reputed company in Bangalore. Sorry, he's working in
Chennai,
Chennai.
Chennai,
He
and
and
it's a product based MNC, by the way.
it's a product based MNC, and he's so we can keep going on and on and on with several different stories. One of the reasons is, and these are real people, they are on LinkedIn. Some of them have shared their stories. Some of the stories are not shared because there are privacy reasons. But I or Aradhya or Surya or they'll be very happy to talk to you in private and share their stories. You can talk your heart out with them, and you will realize, Sabita, that gap is nothing. We have had people in the past. So there's particularly a lady. Okay, I cannot take her name for confidentiality reasons on a public channel. But this lady had several emotional problems from the past. Right, she got into a bad company also. Then she was preparing for some exam that did not clear out. The age kept on getting increasing. She did nothing. Then I think she got married. That did not work out. We have had people from such horrible conditions. They one day decided, today, whatever happened in the past since yesterday happened. From today onwards, I'll change my life. Now, if you are sincere and if you are committed, the universe will open its door for you. Only what they expect is you learn one thing, to start somewhere. Especially like I would start with cloud. So you start somewhere, you do your whatever is being taught. You don't think left or right. Whatever is being taught, you take one day at a time. Whatever is being taught, you learn, you practice that lab, and 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 tell your instructor, I'm going to ask you 1,000 questions because I have zero background. We love people who come from zero. We love all zeros. So those people have the best chances. They have better chances, I would say, because we have seen from a record, those people have had the best chances for career growth.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will not speak much on it. I think, Savita,
And
you got
and
a
and and,
picture. Yeah.
and I'll also add one point which Arun didn't cover. So yes, like for example, I was telling my story, right? So because I entered into tech late, because I mean me or people like many success stories you heard, because these people have entered late into the tech market, they entered into the tech market with the latest skills, right? For example, my batchmates who studied along with me, they are still stuck in legacy. Today they reach out to me and say, okay, what should I do next to get another job or to get a hike? They're all stuck right now. Like if there are 100 people who graduate along with me during my undergraduation, only 10 or 20 of them are doing well. Remaining 80 people, they are in IT jobs, they worked in IT companies, they have proper IT experience. But the main problem is they're stuck in the old technology where they started many years back. So there is always advantage and disadvantage here, right? So many people, I mean generally the non-tech people will think, oh, look at them, they are working in IT for a very long time, for them it's very easy to get a job. I'm sorry, if you are thinking that way, that's absolutely not correct. Because you go and look at Infosys, TCS, go and look at, ask their salaries, look at the
It's
profile,
a skill
you ask their
market.
skill set. Exactly, it's a skill market. You will find people working in Infosys and TCS from the last 8 to 10 years and still earning only 5 or 6 lakh salary in a tech role, by the way. So if you are thinking, so if you are having an opinion that no, 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 if I had a experience, if I have a proper IT experience on my CV, today my job, my salary will be this much, I'm really sorry. Go back and look at what people are doing in IT, actual IT companies, look at their title, look at their salary, you will find that it is not true at all. And in fact, you know what people say, I don't know, I entered into IT, I don't know what happened, where the last 10 years have gone, I don't know why I didn't upskill, I got into comfort zone. You'll hear these kinds of answers. So so when you talk about transitioning to latest technology, right, even if you are from a tech background also, you still have to come back, learn the basics, learn the fundamentals, and then you have to switch. Even if you are from a non-technical background, you have to do the same. Now a question will come, no, but you are missing out on a point, but what if someone comes from a programming background, will they not have an advantage? Yes, definitely someone who comes from a programming background will have an advantage, but it's only a matter of time where that advantage will disappear. For example, imagine someone is very, very good at, for example, Oracle. The minute they come into Azure, they will again have to relearn everything, all the new terms, terminology, how things work, everything they have to work. Yes, definitely they'll not start from zero, they'll start from 30 or 40. But if you practice enough and if you have that faith in yourself and if you keep trying, then definitely you will land ahead of them or equal to them, and
Right.
you yourself will be surprised.
I
See,
have seen I have
yeah,
seen no better. See, I when we expanded our centers of excellence across multiple technologies, I was personally on the hunt of looking out for the best person who fit into the role of teaching, cloud first, right? Because everything was cloud. After seeing many people, some people were in it for money, somebody was just doing some time pass. They had one page of simple some brochure. They were putting all the terms in it, and they were doing nothing, no proper labs, and it was not even live, right? It was not live. They said, oh, do my course on demi or join this thing, we will give you recordings. The first thing I thought to myself, I do not want to see anybody as a part of our big group who is not doing a live session, and who's I wanted somebody who can solve the problems of somebody who's young, somebody who's 5 years, somebody who's 10 years, somebody who's a fresh graduate. People should be able to ask questions. And that's when Aradhya was the only person that fit into everything. He had the experience 2 decades. He's super polite in talking to people. Of course, he's tough with discipline. He wants you to attend classes. So all those, uh, but but the kind of background he comes from, where teaching is important. So he was kind of a I don't know how to say this any better. He was like a true believer of Saraswati. In India, it's very, very important. Across the globe, it's important, but people from abroad won't understand. But he believed in the learning, he believed in true development of people. That's why I chose him to lead our, centers of excellence to cloud. Similarly, Surya came in. Surya is one of the founders, anyways. So his whole, I mean, apart from what he does for his job, from a professional angle, his whole life is about how do I mentor, how do I teach. It's a passion. It's like either you have it or you don't have it. People who are in it for money or like expanding into an edutech, they More power to them. We have nothing against them, but we are absolutely different. And you see the difference when we look at things, we try to solve real business problems. We try to explain things in a very simple way. Okay. So don't worry, Savita. Whatever you decide to do, or you don't even decide to do it, it's fine with us. But you will find that you've reached a place where you feel comfortable. You will feel absolutely comfortable as you go through it. Of course, initially you might have some uh, you know you have to you can't watch the any of the courses, whether it is SQL or whether it is Databricks, Fabric, Cloud. You cannot watch it like a TV program. It is not Netflix. It is not YouTube video. It is something that you participate, right? You participate. You cannot be like a sister who goes to the brother once in a year only for tying a rakhi. I give this example in a very fun manner to tell you that it requires, if you love your brother, you have to show daily something, right? You have to be together, you have to partner, you have to play together, you have to laugh together, you have to solve problems together. That is the culture we have in the COE, where you partner with Aradhya, you learn step by step, and then talk about the difficulties, talk about the resume, talk about the LinkedIn, talk about how to be visible. Those things are going to help you. Okay. I will, let's take some more questions now, and we'll keep the answers shorter, but please articulate your questions in such a way that, uh, and if anybody's questions are left out, we'll be happy to take them in a group. We'll also be very happy to talk to you other than this public event. We'll be having more of these events in near future. On ongoing basis, we'll keep on having these events. So don't think that if you miss today, your life is on hold, because we used to we have to continuously have these kind of sessions in future. Okay, next, Ardaji.
So Arun, I would like to take this opportunity once. So there is a question in the channel. This question is from Jagdish. So Jagdish is from banking background, and he wants to understand if he can go with uh, these courses or not. And he also don't have a computer science degree. So again, Arun, you have already answered this question, but Jagdish, I would really like to make it short. Yes, you can definitely make it. So these days there are domains, uh, mm, and like every work is being done on a domain. So for the banking domain, people are hiring banking people who know banks. So there are banks nationally, internationally. Every bank
Oh
is
my God, Virat, I got so excited when you said, because literally what is happening is banking, finance, insurance, the BFSI sector. It's so powerful that anybody who has the basic process knowledge from a bank, when they combine it with technology side, right, they will do so well. I mean, it's unbelievable, because it's not just a trend in India, it's like abroad also. So they call it, they try to give it fancy names. For example, if somebody is coming with a bank, with cloud, with DevOps or whatever experience, I will call him, he knows fintech. Fintech is the every year there's a new word, right? So from many years this new word is there, fintech. So this fellow, I don't know him and I don't know his background, but man, if he does this, it'll be superb for him, superb. So he
yes,
can combine his domain experience with the technology knowledge and become unbeatable.
yeah, definitely. So Jagdish, which bank you are in right now? If you are comfortable sharing that.
नहीं इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I mean, we don't care if we, whether it is X bank or Y bank. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I can give you examples of ten banks across the board in India and the US.
Yeah, but definitely. So even I'm also working with a lot of banks. Be it Arun, you are in US, so
Yeah.
Wells Fargo Bank, then Toronto Dominion Bank, First Bank,
Exactly.
then
Exactly. I mean, every single bank is modernizing. They are not the like Chase Manhattan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Every single bank is going through. There is no, I don't think there is any, forget banks, talk about anywhere. There is no organization which does not have cloud and data. Simple.
Yeah, including governments as well. Like,
Governance, yes, very, very. Oh my God, thank you for saying that, Virat, because governance is a huge, huge part. Because today, as we are moving into the AI era, like Virat rightly pointed out, governance is becoming a whole subject in itself. I can tell you, Jagadish, because I have the additional qualification of I am I'm certified in information security as well. It's called CISM. So I did that. Apart from cloud and data, I have also that certification, and I've done CISA, Certified Information Systems Auditor. The reason I did that was because many of the banking clients or the insurance clients, they were asking about, hey, you know, earlier in banks they used to have Basel 1 and Basel 2. Remember that, Jagdish? Have you ever heard of Basel 2, SOC? So I mean, these are terms that were used in the banks, but since then, that was 15 years back. But since then, whether you're talking about the Indian bank or talking about bank abroad, they've introduced a lot of things. Plus, now you have added factor of AI having come in. They expect you to know. So whatever Aradhya is covering, Virat is covering, it has been designed in such a way that will give you the best option to move ahead.
I agree, Arun. So when I'll take 1 minute only.
Huh.
So when Tripti was from the banking background, so when she selected, she got too much weightage of the banking domain. Since last 9 years, she was working in a government bank in Bihar. During last or final round, she got the weightage that she will be used as a techno-functional consultant. Means she
Exactly. Aradhya, you are making me more and more excited. I'm getting one more cup of tea. Oh. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Because regardless of the domain you come from, domain plus technology is the winner in any domain. If you are only domain or only technology, I mean, it's not the best combo. Because even if you are in pure technology, they always say, Jagdish, a lot of people come to us who have been in pure technology and they say, Arey, I have to go to this banking domain, work, I've got a finance client or I've got an insurance client. Now I don't know anything about their business. So I have to spend some time to learn about it. But in your case, you have an advantage, right? All right. Next question.
any other question from anyone? Viraj, Vinod, Salman, Sagar, Raghu, anyone, any question related to your career,
जिसको
guidance,
हिंदी
or
चाहे
the
आप अंग्रेजी में बात करें, whether you talk in English, और चाहे आप हिंदी में बात करें, I think Surya knows Telugu. We know a couple different languages. Please go ahead and talk.
Uh,
अच्छा
Arun,
पूछना प्रश्न. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
uh, no, I just wanted to comment on one thing that I've found this as a very, very session. I think something that in today's time where there's a lot of confusion, this session is definitely an eye opener. And covering all different levels from fresher to mid to seniors. So I'm like, very, very good session. Just wanted to, comment
Nikhil,
that.
no, thank you for saying that. See, just like today I'm known in a particular role. Adya is known as enterprise architect. Surya is known as architect. Blah blah. Leader, manager, lead engineer. All those. See these titles, Ben. Once upon a time, we were in your shoes. Every one of us, we were in your. When I say your, it means every single person in the audience. We were in your shoes. We had similar struggles, we had pain points, we had rejections from many, many places. So we know the pain in the different industries. We know what works, what does not work. And we try to give back. See, everybody has to, some point of their life, they have to give back to the society. They have to And we, Adya, myself, Surya, we have other people, Rashka for Power BI, for example, we all love to give back because, money, yes, Adya's earned money, Surya is earning his money, I have made my money. Money is great. I love money. Everybody loves money. But at the end of the day, a portion of your heart should be, how do I give back? How do I mentor? How do I take the other generation forward? How do I, those kind of things make more sense to us these days.
See, see,
Absolutely.
see. Here, I would like to add one thing that see now, at least from my perspective, my primary source of income has always been my job, right? And I'm an active industry practitioner, and so is Aradhya. So the problem is
And
sometimes if
you
you
guys,
get
and
into
then,
uh,
Surya, you guys are on global forums. For
yeah,
example, you have gone to Microsoft, you've gone to all the big IIMs and all. Right?
yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
the thing is, if you become a full-time trainer, one of the biggest problems is that is your bread and butter, right? Once you become a full-time trainer, your only source of income is through teaching. Then what happens? The commercialization aspect will overtake. As long as you are the active industry practitioner, as long as your primary source of income remains your job, then your primary focus will be being up to date with the industry standards, what's happening in the industry, understanding where the industry is heading, and all of that.
Correct, correct. A
So many times,
trainer, a trainer will never be able to understand because there are people who do a job. Then they, in 3 years, they start one company in their name. It is very easy for anybody, each one of you to. You can go ahead and start a company today. It will take you like some few rupees, maybe like some 5 to 10,000 rupees. You can start a company, but
yeah, talk to a CA
unless
and open a company.
yeah,
It's
talk
the
to us.
uh,
But you are so away from the industry, you don't have enough experience to bring to anybody to talk through. So you might explain everything in features. For example, it is very easy for others to say, hey, the definition of cloud is everything that was you offer services to the internet, that is cloud, and bye bye, give me your money, bye bye, right? Similarly, Surya can say, Databricks is one unified platform, Fabric is another unified platform. I'll teach you two or three features, and thank you. This is what is going on in the industry today, and we have decided, it's our life. We haven't decided. So whether somebody is with us or not with us, we are, it's like a voice of the conscience, voice of the soul, that we decide to teach, like how to work through real business problems. uh, for example, when Surya teaches, he will talk through portfolio cases. He will talk through it live, solve the problems live on the screen. And so is Radhya. I have not seen any course in the world. And guys, I'm in US. I'm a US citizen from many, many years, right? I have not seen one course, unless it is like MIT, truly expensive. I have not even seen them drawing an architecture diagrams live in the class. Even those big 5 star, super 5 star, super 7 star, they charge you a lot of money, and they cannot walk you through the exercise the way we do.
Also, I'd like to add one thing. They won't allow you to unmute while in the course. So,
Exactly. They'll, like we are having a session where we are saying, hey, anybody can unmute and talk to us. I mean, you do a course because they're in a hurry to complete the program. They don't have. They'll say, hey, you listen to us in the class, the demo, and come back. We'll give you one contact hour or two contact hour, and you can write to us on email. And then you write to them through emails. You'll get generic answers. So at the end of the day, you'll feel like many of our students tell us, I did this course, it charged me 1.5 lakhs. And and at the end of the day, when I went into the industry, i I don't see myself employable. Yes, I learned features. I can talk about the definition of cloud. I can talk about definition of Azure. I can talk about something about Terraform. But I don't know how to how to combine these technologies to work together.
Yeah, and generally when people do Databricks or Fabric boot camp, so you see in the chat box, so everybody has to build a portfolio website and publish their work there. So that's the definition of completion. Now a lot of people say, so let's say if I give a case study or an assignment, people say, okay, I completed. No, I will only consider that as complete if I see it on your website. So
Surya,
everybody
is it
creates their own websites. They publish all the case studies. Like I have shared 15 of them. There are more than 100 websites which are created by the bootcamp students. Out of those 100 plus, I have shared 15. Again, these are not again not the best of the bunch as well, because these are picked from different cohorts who are there. So
and
they're randomly picked, by the way.
And we are one, whether you are learning Power BI or Azure or
Yeah,
DevOps, Terraform, Databricks, it is all one umbrella.
yeah,
Aradhya, me, Surya, we are tied to each other, like we are very, very close to each other. Each one of us is specialized in something, and we combine our energies together to bring you the best. Surya, some people may not understand. You use the word portfolio. Is it possible for just half a minute to and I'm doing this especially for a couple of people who asked me, can you show on the screen what does it, when you talk about portfolio, what does a finished product look like?
mm, yeah, sure. Just give me one moment.
Because I want to give this chance to Virat also to understand what we do, because I
Yeah, so
think
we
we,
have,
yeah.
yeah. In between, he's showing. So we have two more candidate in pipeline. One is Salman, and second is Preetham. They also have some question.
Salman ji, is it Salman Safi?
Yes, Salman
Yes,
Shafi.
sir.
Salman ji, kripa karke, one more time, I'm going to say it in public and very openly. You are the best guy, one of the best learners that I have come across. You are now, you have done Fabric. You write great articles on LinkedIn. You are very consistent. You have all the good qualities. Please, this year, make a resolution for yourself starting January that at some point you will leave your current company. I never say that to anybody. I know all the factors behind your this thing. Please think about changing sooner or later. Uh, your market worth is much more, and if you are thinking about any of the things that Adya has to offer, man, that'll be the complete. You will become a complete individual, because you will, Azure is the big brother, right? The big brother, the bigger umbrella, which has all those services. So if you're thinking of doing that, or thinking of doing DevOps, man, that is going to, but the challenge, Salman ji, आपके साथ क्या है कि you are having some sort of factors. I don't want to speak in public about those factors. Because of those factors, you are not changing. So once you do upskilling in other areas, I want you to move forward. Take that step, take that plunge. You will not regret it at all. I, without listening your question, I hope I have reached out to your mind. If I have not, please correct me, and I will be happy to address any question.
Yes, sir. Sir, for Azure, I will talk to you personally and on the DM. Sir, my question here is my company is telling me so you should not be just fix yourself in the ecosystem like Fabric or Azure. You
Your
should just
company is managed by two people who are Bombay. They are like literally money hungry two people. It's a small company. They are on the. I don't want to name a particular community, because that sounds I'm against some community. No, but they are simply two business people who want to retain you at a low cost for a long time. We have discussed this again. So, I mean, if the entire, if it is, let's say you come to my house, it is bright sunny day everywhere. Everybody else sees the sun. Everybody, and these two people are telling you it is night time. Whom will you believe? You will believe something that you see with your own eyes. Open your eyes, Salmanji, and see the rest of the world is talking about it. And you yourself may have seen it on LinkedIn or other places that you go to. So please don't trust this, silliness saying, no, no, don't go to my Fabric, don't go to Databricks, don't go to cloud. That is the silliest thing that I've ever heard. Why don't you do one thing? If you have the courage, I will talk to them in person, in public, in person. I will have a public debate with them to tell them that they are literally exploiting you to keep you at a low cost within their company, and you are not having the guts to take that plunge. Salman, I'm going to be very bluntly honest with you. But yeah, you are one person who is the best of what I've seen, Salman. So yes, we will talk personally, one on one, and please feel free to. You don't have to have me as a middleman to talk to Adya or Surya or anybody else in the COE. Go talk to people. Or have a meeting set with all three of us, or all four of us, or all, we will have a discussion. These are ongoing discussions, but somewhere you'll have to take a plunge. I know all your other challenges also. I don't want to discuss in public. I know certain other, financially and other health wise, there are some challenges. So yeah. So Salman, that's all that I have to say in a public forum.
So there's a question.
Salman,
Pritam
Haji.
also.
Yeah. How Vivek?
Yeah, hi sir. Actually, I
Masai?
have one question. Yeah, I have one
बोलिए.
question.
Sure.
Actually, I am working in production support and I have experience around of 12 years. But now I am stuck. What should I do and what should we learn?
हे भगवान विवेक जी, ये क्वेश्चन जो है सपोर्ट वाला, you have no idea. This whole week I've been struggling with people. No, people have been struggling. They've been reaching out to me, telling me, "Oh, I did support. Now half the team is being cut, or 50% of the team is cut, and I don't have anywhere to go. I feel like stuck. Don't have a job." So this story it's like a broken record. I have heard it again. So I would like to have Ardaji. I mean, I think you should give your view, and Surya should also give his view, right? So that literally, I, you know, I have been dealing with 100 plus such people, literally 100. I'm not joking. I have email, DMs from, I get so many calls every day. So please help me by Surya ji and Ardha ji. Please, like give your views on this kind of a situation.
So one question. So Vivek, you're in production support. What type of
Yes.
production support?
Um, Actually, I'm using Oracle, SQL, and Linux.
So see, the support type of jobs are highly in risk.
Yes.
Whatever I'm telling you, I hope you're already aware. So if you're working on the modern technology support, yes, for a long time maybe you'll be valuable. But if you're working on the legacy platform, so soon such type of, not soon, all these type of jobs retired and people are being laid off. So from my side, I'll suggest you to upgrade on the new platform as soon as possible and try to move toward the technical side, technical or techno function side. Support type of jobs or management type of jobs, or wherever, wherever the automation is possible. So such type of jobs are highly in a risk. For example, support L1, L2 type of supports are highly in a risk. The prediction is in next within 2 to 3 years, around 70 to 80% jobs will be minimized in support role,
Okay.
especially in L1 and
Yes, L2.
Vivek ji,
Mm-hmm.
do you understand
Yes, sir.
Hindi and English? Hindi and English both?
Both.
ठीक है. विवेक जी, simple. Let me talk to you in a very simple manner. ठीक है, जो दिमाग में घुसेगा सीधा.
Okay, sir.
तो Let us talk about your good side first. What you have. हमें पहले देखना चाहिए what I have and then what I'm wishing for. I said at the start of the thing that we want to reduce your distance to success, right? So what you understand today is basic operations, basic reliability, basics of incident management, right? हाँ कि ना?
Yes, yes, sir.
ठीक है? So what is happening is ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका जो काम है whatever work you're doing does not go away. Whatever you have worked for 10 years is very important. It is very, very important. You have gained some experience, and that's a good sign. You are not a fresher, right?
Right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You have seen incident, you have seen failed deployments, you have seen performance problem, you have dealt with SLA, monitoring, root cause analysis. क्या है?
Yeah. Yes, yes, sir.
Business impact.
Yes.
Now the situation is that people expect you to learn whatever is it that you have been doing on modern technologies. The market is being swept away by latest technologies. So there are a lot of things in the newer technology that will connect you with your already the experience you have. For example, you have some monitoring, you have some identity, you have some compute, networking, storage, security, automation, deployment, reliability. So you have some knowledge working on XYZ platform or XYZ technology. You have to see how do you move forward towards better platforms. So the same production experience that you have, that is okay. I don't want you to throw away, but you have to think about what problems the industry is having today. For example, if somebody is working for, let's say, Databricks or Fabric, the production problems are pipeline will fail, workloads will become expensive, the jobs will run slowly, the quality is breaking, capacity getting exhausted, monitoring is has to be designed, and so on and so forth. There can be now. How do you utilize the basic principles of what you have learned, and how do you take that knowledge, that basic knowledge, and and have transferable skills on a newer platform, right?
Yes. Yes. Right, sir.
So from production support, you can become a cloud engineer. You can become a
Oh,
data engineer. So what you must get into is cloud operations, cloud platform engineering, or data platform engineering, data platform architecture. All those things are possible with what Aradhya is offering, followed by what Surya is offering.
okay,
Am
sir.
I am I making sense? ऐसा नहीं कि आपका पुराना सारा काम बर्बाद हो गया. नहीं, it is valuable, but it will have no use in the market to come. So if you have to survive, moving to the newer technologies are good. For example, आज से when I graduated, I used to have a pager. Pager. You know what a pager is?
No, sir.
So you must be very young. You know what a Nokia phone is?
Yes.
हाँ, पुराना वाला
No.
Nokia phone, 20 years back वाला. It was not a smartphone, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know, bro.
Now, if I roam around with a Nokia phone, all that I can do with it is what? Make calls and receive calls. Can I do anything
Yes.
else? Nothing.
No.
So when you are, so the point I'm trying to make using this funny example is, कि, कि if you continue to keep working in like older production support kind of stuff, it will never reposition you. If you want to reposition yourself, you want to build a technical layer. Bread के ऊपर जैसे butter लगाते हैं, you have to, the bread will remain the same, but you have to build the layers of Azure, you have to build the layers of data. तब वो जो layer जब बन जाएगा, then you will be able to have a nice breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Then you will enjoy the lunch that the market is offering you. Your value will go up. In simple words.
Yes, right. Sir.
So the newer technology will not erase your previous career. Portions of that work can be shown as experience, and it will have a compound value.
Okay.
विवेक जी, अगर यही बात
Hello.
आपको हिंदी भाषा में समझनी है तो मैं आपके साथ वह वक्त भी लगा सकता हूँ. हिंदी, तमिल, तेलुगु, बंगाली, गुजराती. I always talk in a very simple word. Whichever language is not a problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Vivek ji, लेकिन if you
हाँ.
keep on thinking, today I am thinking, maybe I'll start tomorrow, maybe day after, maybe Monday, maybe Friday because it's a Mataji. Some people say it's a day of Lakshmi, right? Maybe I'll start on Lakshmi day. Maybe I'll start on Monday, it's a day of Shivji. Maybe I'll start on Tuesday, it's a day of Hanumanji. Maybe I'll start on Wednesday, it's a day of Vishnuji. Maybe I'll start on Thursday, it's a Guru or Guru day. So I'll take the blessings of this the Guru and you can keep on having moving target, लेकिन जब तक आपका moving target रहेगा, you will
Okay.
keep on dreaming. हाँ, so people usually keep on dreaming. जब तक people don't get laid off, they don't try to make a change. While they are good, I was giving the Oracle guy example, right?
हाँ
10
सर.
years he had a 10, 15 years he had a great job. He देश विदेश देख लिया. He roamed around everywhere. Uh, But at the age of 40, he's suddenly nowhere. He's having to start from literally like and uh, तो अभी तो आप 40 के हुए नहीं है.
नहीं.
So you have the time, you have the privilege. Many people don't have that privilege. So think about it now when you have the chance and take the plunge. Otherwise, you'll keep on thinking, keep on thinking, and keep on thinking. Next,
Hmm. Thank you, sir,
Pritam,
for explanation.
Uttam or Pritam. Hi.
विवेक जी आपका शादी हो गया?
हाँ सर.
हाँ, तो धीरे धीरे बच्चे बड़े होंगे. अलग you will need to have higher income. You will have to have education income. There are a lot of challenges that come with the marriage as well, right? अच्छी
Yeah,
बातें भी
right, sir.
होती हैं, पर कुछ अपने को कुछ बन के दिखाना है ना. We are
हाँ सर.
guys, guys and girls today both have to do something more with their lives when you still have the time. Sorry, next one.
Hi. Actually, I joined from a different profile. My name is Vikram. Uh, ac- Actually, to say, my story is somewhat related to Surya and Vivek.
वाह, क्या
Actually,
बात है.
I was after my engineering, I done. I was need to involve in my family business. Later, I switched to non-IT domain. Uh,
Hmm,
Again, I switched to IT domain, but not in a proper way.
hmm.
But I need a guidance to make it properly.
Then, since you said your story is similar to Surya, I will let Surya answer this question. Surya, please go ahead. Let us find out what आपने जो IT में change किया. What was your आपने what did you actually do? जो आपने छोटा
Uh,
मोटा IT का किया. What did you do and what was the result?
Actually, yeah, I was looking. Some of my colleagues, not colleagues, cousins, they helped me to switch to IT, but it was not in a proper way. By adding some fake experience, I have been moved to IT, where I was added as a Alteryx developer position,
Hmm.
and I joined as Alteryx expert, and then later it was a migration project from Alteryx to Data IQ.
Exactly. Now, Alteryx is a great technology. In fact, one of my close friends, he has been at the C doubles of Alteryx, and he has moved on to doing something else right now. He's a VP in US. Uh, um, and I mean, he was a CTO, CIO. Um, so Alteryx is important. Alteryx is a good thing. But Alteryx is very selectively being utilized in organizations because they just have one thing, and Microsoft is a whole ecosystem. So Suryaji, are you still here? आदर्श जी हमारे सूर्य जी कहाँ हैं?
I'm checking. No, I think he's not available.
Tell him to come back. He can't leave me. Anyways, so Virat ji, Virat is here.
No, no, Vikram.
Yes, yes.
नहीं Virat. There's
He's
Virat.
here.
विराट जी इनको जरा अपनी कहानी अपनी नहीं मतलब talk to him about his challenge क्योंकि it's again the same broken record ki same story is there. He moved into IT, fake experience, right? He showed he got through also. Then when you have to deliver, and Alteryx is a very limited analytics, business intelligence kind of technology, but the world outside is much bigger. So the Microsoft does a whole, you know, Alteryx is into one selected area. Microsoft is a huge ecosystem. So can you talk, being a part of the Microsoft, can you talk about the ecosystem and how the opportunities are much bigger? Microsoft is a $4 trillion company, as far as I know.
Yes.
So can you talk to him about this, because you are the one of the best people than Surya to give this answer.
Yeah. So see, like faking experience and all, like you'll get into some position, okay, because you have to just pass the interview of 1 hour, and it will be fine. But after that, during your work, you won't be able to work in it. So you might need some help from someone, okay, and that help would be continuous. So that's not going to happen, and eventually you'll fall back to circle one, circle zero. Okay, where
It's like sorry, Vikram, are you
Yeah.
married?
No.
So Vikram, when a girl gets married to a boy, huh? So the parents of the girl say, my girl knows how to, she knows she's doing a job also. She does great cooking. She's the greatest chef in the world. She also knows dancing. She also knows music, and she can, do 10 different things. Huh? Similarly, the boy's parents, what they do? What do the boy's parents say, Vikram? Arey, my
Uh,
son is earning like he's with the multinational. He's earning a lot. He's Alteryx guru, and people respect him and all. And he also has a bike, and we are about to buy a car, something like that, right? High level.
yeah, properties, investment.
Yeah, investment is there. And then both of them get married somehow. Like
Yeah.
with the fake experience on both sides, they get married. Then when they get up they go to the honeymoon, they come back from honeymoon, and then they realize, then what do they realize? Vikram ji, kya hota hai fir? Then you get up in the morning and you realize, oh, I spent 2 beautiful days. The honeymoon was good. Now the honeymoon period is over. Now we have to actually deliver whatever promises we made the promises we made before marriage. Now we have to deliver. Then the girl realizes all the weaknesses of the boy. The boy realizes all the weaknesses of the girl. Similarly, in this case, yes, you get into a company with some resume craft, writing something, but you have to deliver it. And maybe you are able to deliver your first assignment, but you are not yet aware of the broader business issues. Also, you might be valuable for some time to that particular company, but suppose I am very much valued. My brother says I am the best brother in the world. My sister says I am the best brother in the world. My mother says, even if I look the ugliest person on earth, what will my mother say, Vikram?
My son is a beautiful son.
Ah, my son is so beautiful. He's most handsome. He has so many gunas, huh?
Yeah.
But that will be inside my house, right? But then the
Yes.
moment I go out in the market, people tell me, Ki, Baba, yes, you are good, but here is where you are lacking. The industry will tell you, the industry is merciless. The industry will tell you facts on a face. So similarly, apart from Altrix, there is a huge ecosystem of Microsoft. There is a huge ecosystem of other companies and the technologies that see we could have picked up anything. If I asked Arthur to teach only SQL, he would have done it very beautifully for the rest of his life. He would have made money also, no problem, if he wanted to make money. He chose this, or Surya chose this, or I have chosen to be the part of data and AI for the next few years is because we are operating in a larger ecosystem. We are dealing with technologies that are modern and current, and we have a very structured way to crystallize years of experience into the courses we deliver, and that's how I mean people really and truthfully uh, become successful. Now, please do not understand कि ये बड़ा आसान है. I can become Aradhya in a day's time. No, it will never happen. I will never become Aradhya in 1 day's time. I can never become Virat. I can never become Surya in 1 day. It will be gradual. Today I was watching, one interview, and you can also watch it. Everybody can watch it. This is an interview by. Uh, I was watching TV because it was my afternoon. I was what they were playing on the TV was one. It was. आपकी अदालत. It's a program called आपकी अदालत. विराट जी,
Yes.
आराध्या जी.
Yes,
अरे
Arun.
हाँ, I want to make sure you are interested in my story.
No, no,
So
I am.
I was watching this program. It was आपकी अदालत. It was, I think it was aired like couple weeks, maybe day before yesterday or yesterday. You should go and watch it. It is an interview of this guy Rajat, who is the host. He's taking the interview of this guy called Yash. Now, who is Yash?
Karnataka
Are
hero.
they? अरे वाह, किसने बताया ये? Who told?
Me, Vikram.
अच्छा विक्रम, you are aware of KGF, huh?
Yeah,
Good job.
I'm from South.
So Vikram ji, KGF, and please watch this. So initially when the program started, this guy said, "अरे sir, please मुझे माफ कर देना. Please forgive me. My Hindi is not very good. I will be speaking in. I will try to speak, but he spoke so well. Number one, he spoke extremely well in Hindi. Number two, and you please go ahead and watch this program after our session ends. So people told him, people said, "Arey, um, you are such a great actor. You basically he did KGF 1 and KGF 2. From KGF 1 he got multi crores, and KGF 2 even surpassed the result of KGF 1. Multi crores." So he was asked to, first of all, I'm very, very impressed by this interview, the way he handled the questions. So he was asked two questions specifically, as far as I remember. He was asked, "Sir, you are a great success. Array, for you, life is easy, man. What is not? Everything is great." You know what he told, Vikramji? Do you
No,
know
I
his
don't.
background? Do you know his background?
I know his background a little bit.
Please tell me his background.
Uh, he was searching for movies, and with two friends, he started with movie industry. And he was like he was
Arey
in the
Baba,
helper.
I am not asking cloud. I'm asking simple story. Your story is okay, but not good enough. So as a
Okay.
young guy, he was a graduate. He did not have the beard that he has today, his trademark, right? So he was the son of a I think bus driver son. So everybody thinks, oh, He's a hunk, handsome hunk who is like who has everything in life. What he has to worry about? He was asked today in the South, when you have heroes like Allu Arjun, a lot of other heroes are there, and Junior NTR is there. The Allu Arjun and many other people are there. So why? So how do you compare yourself against them? He said, "Baba, I have no time to compare because I'm working on myself, and I have to do my own good work every year after year." And one thing that I liked about him was, okay, he said, "See, money will follow." Everybody says money will slowly follow, but you cannot fake anything. You have to, you can do your best work. Whether the picture will be liked or not is judged by the audience. Similarly, in IT industry, whatever we do eventually will be judged by industry, right? Or the your peers or other people in the industry. So we cannot even compare ourselves. All we can do is we can start somewhere small and build real skill. And real skill can be built by learning from real people with experience. His whole so he's coming up with a movie called Toxic. I'm promoting him just as a fun. He's coming with a movie called Ramayana. And he was asked, "Are Baba, you are such a great actor. You could have played Ram. Why you have to become Ravan?" He's playing Ravan in that. Lot of other questions are asked. But the point I'm trying to make is he was real, had humility, and one of the best things I liked about his performance in on that interview called Aapki Adalat by Rajat. He said that today people see my success. Today people see me as the superstar performer, all these tags. But what I have done is I started with this particular serial. I was rejected from 11 places. 11 places he got rejected. Then he got a role in one movie. It did okay business, not totally good. But from that movie, he got a chance to work with KGF. And everybody said, "You are crazy, too much violence." This is the era of Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan and what other romantic movies are happening also. So you should not work in this movie. Many other actors had refused that movie. This fellow said in the interview, "I had my self respect." Some people might have thought it is arrogance, but I'm a quiet guy. I want to do the best work that I can do. I want to take mentoring from Shahrukh sir, this sir, that sir. He especially called me, he said, I'm very happy to learn from the other people also, but I do my real work in my own way. And once I've done my best work, then then it becomes then everything that happens overnight, one thing might do very well and I became popular. That's all. But my my today's life may have changed in terms of money, in terms of this. But my father, he said, "Arada ji, sun rahe hain?" So he said, my father, after KGF became a mega hit, his father told him that I will continue to work as a bus driver. So his father worked as a bus driver for few more years. But this guy told his father that I will, sir, father, as a son, I will drive you. So he had an Audi car. So he said, "Father, I will drive you in the Audi car so that you can go to your bus station. And if that is what you enjoy doing, your dharma, your sadhana, you please do that." So it's about so what is the moral of the story? It's about self-respect, it's about self-learning, it's about doing your best work and not faking it. Faking might get you something here and there for a short time, but it is you who have to deliver later on. and deliver in a big ecosystem. And that ecosystem is, for example, one such example is Microsoft ecosystem. And uh, what we have to offer to people is some select courses that we have chosen. We could have chosen SAP. We could have chosen anything in the world. We could have, I mean, we do Alteryx also, right? You remember? We have done Alteryx batches also in the past for people with finance, because some engineers or some people who had been in the finance industry wanted Alteryx. So we gave them Alteryx in the past, but that was some time back. We moved on with the technology, and so should you. That's the message. So work with Adya, have a separate conversation with him, have a conversation with Adya. You can talk to me, you can talk to Surya. Bottom line is, whatever you've done in the past, it is good. Good in the sense you learned some Alteryx. You were there in some, you have some experience, you are an engineer. You start now, within 3 months, you'll find that your whole trajectory of your life has changed. But as long as you commit to that one thing, have some self respect, refuse every other distraction, other things, dedicate yourself to it for a couple months, you'll find that your life has changed. So I told in a form of a fun story, but whatever, please go ahead and watch this. Virat should watch this. Ardha should watch this. I have already seen it. I spent like I see. I don't watch too much of TV. I played it just because I thought, what is going on TV, and I was totally the the way he simply handled those questions is much better than any of the interviews from any celebrity that I've seen in the last several years. Very honest, simple. Ardhaji, I hope.
Yes, sir. So there's
So
another question
sure.
from Purushottam.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have a question. This is Geetanjali.
Anjali. Okay, yeah, Geetanjali.
Yeah, me and Kavita, we both belongs to data engineering team. Okay, so we works for Informatica ETL. So we are planning to.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Gitanjali, the moment you say Informatica, it reminds me of my yesteryears, like several years back. And then Informatica tried to change and get to the cloud. But they are
Yes.
so behind. They're so behind. Oh
Yeah,
my
we are
God.
so behind, and
Yeah.
we are planning, but still we are working on the same project from past 5 years. And before that, also I have overall 10 years experience in IT. So, so still we'll continue. If we are in the same project, we'll continue for 10 more years in the same domain. So we want to
Ah,
upgrade it.
you
So
must be, if you are 10 years, you must be married. You might have here a kid here and there. And life is going on fine. Watch movie, do some normal cooking in the house. It's okay. Life is going on good.
yes, that's what having kids. Life is going on good. I was working as a lead. It's
Uh,
it's fine as of now. Not
I
for
know, I
today,
know.
it was good.
Uh,
And I should see about the future, right? So how that works.
uh,
And we are planning to upgrade, but that is not possible because we'll be, as you said, right? We'll be thinking tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after 1 week, after a month. It's
hmm.
past. It's going on from past 5 years. The same question,
Very good.
but we
When
are
you
not
cel-
yet
when you
upgraded.
celebrate when you celebrate your 10-year anniversary, invite me for coffee.
Yeah, definitely for next year.
Yes. Okay. So
So
so what's your question?
the thing is, we are planning to upgrade. Sorry, I missed you in the beginning. I have joined
Hmm,
in the late.
hmm.
So my question is the platform that will help us to upgrade ourselves and make a small company as you discussed to some to say what to say some websites you people are creating. So is there any opportunity for our people to grow from your domain, from yours?
Baba, please run away in the other direction from Informatica.
Okay.
Please, if I wish, please share a resume after to me in the DM. When I wake up, it's nighttime here. It's about 1 o'clock in the night. When I wake up in the morning, I'll take a look at the resume and I will write back to you point wise in bullets certain things which might be good for you. Because I want to go deeper. I want to go one level deeper. I don't want to give you superficial answers.
Okay,
So
fine.
that I will do tomorrow. But for now, I can say that
Hmm.
please do Azure cloud services.
Okay.
Please, huh, So the why, how, why I'm saying that, what is the logic, where can you move, what all things opportunities will be open to you. I can write to you in bullets and explain to you. In the
Okay.
meantime, you can talk to Aradhya or Virat from Microsoft.
Okay. Virat and one more is Harathi, right?
Aradhya ji is the enterprise architect, our leader for
Okay.
that purpose. Virat is an excellent person. He is from Microsoft and he is engaged in training multiple of the courses with us. He's an industry practitioner like Aradhya. He basically offers his extra time to deliver some of the programs that we have.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
But you will, Gitanjali,
Yes.
you will find that there'll be no brutally honest person you will ever meet other than Surya, Aradhya, me. I mean, it'll be very tough for you because we do not care about the I mean, we care about the programs, but we don't care about selling them. We'll tell you what's important, necessary for you to do with multiple options and choices. And if
Okay.
you've been in the tech industry,
Okay.
but so you can hear us out, just like I heard one of the KGF stuff story that I was talking about. You can either hear it and forget it and live
Okay.
your life, do your happy cooking, your dosa, your rava, your idli, and enjoy your life with your kid, watch him growing. That is one way of life. The other way of life is not only you're doing all the above, but you're having a great career as well. You're adding to your income, right? Family income. If you want to
Yes.
do that, we can have a conversation in depth based upon your resume.
Sure, sure. So actually, they have added, you people have added us in a WhatsApp group. So how we can share the resume?
Oh, just
We
take
don't
my
have.
Are Baba, write in any group that you find, just say at the rate Arun or at the rate Aradhya. And
No. Okay. I haven't find it anywhere. Just it's a meeting link I have and I have joined it.
acha,
Just
acha.
write hi. Just write
So
hi.
yeah, Ardha ji will give you his number. So you just write to him, and I will also we'll take you in a private group, and we'll talk deeper separately based upon the resume and the experience you have. I will not offer you a superficial generic answer,
Sure, sure.
and I'll be please.
Uh,
The only condition I have is I speak brutally honestly. So please, if you are one of those girls that will like, if I tell you, hey, this is something
no
you can
problem. That is
consider,
not an issue. The thing
you
is,
have to come
finally,
in
we need
open
to.
mind.
Yes,
Open
that's
mind.
what. Finally, the point is that we need to reach our target. That's only the
Correct,
point.
correct. Reduce the distance between where you are and where you want to be is was the purpose of our career fest.
Yes. Okay.
But
So,
from Informatica, the easiest transition is into Azure, where all your previous experience will be counted, and you will get plenty of opportunities. So data, see, at the end of the day, you're already into data. You just need to change your technology tech stack. You have to do the cloud services in another area, and if you want, you can do data engineering as well. So those options will be open to you, and yours will be the best transition because you have some years of experience behind you. So it's the best transition I can see. So
sure.
I will give you options of multiple, multiples. So you can do Azure, you can do after that you can do Fabric and Databricks, something like that, and all of this. If you look at the costing part outside in the market, it's hugely expensive. Like I was talking about IT, 1.5 lakhs and this lakh and that lakh. You'll find that the courses are optimized so that people can take them. They can, and I will show you some examples tomorrow on how we teach and what we teach and what people who have completed what they're doing. I will also give you a couple contacts. Hey, talk to, for example, I might say, hey, talk to Lakshmi in Bangalore, or I'll say talk to so and so. You can independently talk to them.
Sure,
So you
that
will
is
be
fine. Yeah, we are from
independent.
Bangalore. Yeah.
So I'll give you a contact of couple people from Bangalore. You talk to them, you'll be shocked, you'll be happily surprised on how they have changed their whole career. So I will give you the right now that one girl that I wanted to talk to. She's unfortunately she's hospitalized. She's having fever from 3 days. But her name is Lakshmi, right?
Yes.
He has been a student of she has been a student of both Adya as well as Surya, right? She did both, and she was planning to deliver a seminar, but she got sick. So you can talk to her independently. I'll give you probably a couple other names. I'll give you the number of one Prem Sai. Other than Lakshmi, so remind me of these two people, Lakshmi and Prem Sai, and a couple others as well. So talk to them and then make up your mind. Um, um, yeah, that is something that I can say right now.
Okay. Yeah. Can you please share the mail ID or the contact so that I can make it as a note? Is
I
that
will do everything. So Ardaji, please send her. Please create a group where we can have the conversation so that we are all connected.
Yeah, so I have shared my number here in the chat window also. So
Huh.
do one thing, just ping me on WhatsApp.
sure?
Okay, perfect.
Gitanji,
Yeah.
by the way, just to tell you, I'm happy to see you. That's why I started as a joke with you. I'm so happy to see you because among many people that I see on average, I think I think you especially have the best chance to make it. Right? You literally have like a golden mine in front of you, but it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen with Informatica. Never ever.
Sure. Thank you for that.
I mean, if you talk to me like maybe I don't know 20 years back, yes, Informatica was great. Today it is it's like it's almost well, I won't say anything bad in public, but there are. I mean, Informatica is still decent, but there are companies and ecosystems that have left it behind. Like I mean, it's like the slowest tortoise that I've seen in my life.
Yes, but still few of the companies were still utilizing that
Are Baba, they are using it because they've invested money in.
money.
See,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. My father had a scooter. It was called Lambretta. You won't even know the name of the scooter. Maybe Ardha or somebody elder will realize it. That scooter was called Lambretta. Nobody, even the new generation, has even heard of that name. Now, later my father was a very senior guy in the government, like very senior. Like I don't want to give out details. So he had traveled everywhere in the world, right? Globally, he was known, recognized, well traveled. I told him to sell off that scooter. He was so attached emotionally and mentally. He said, no, no, that was the first scooter that I bought when you were like a little boy. And I used to take you. And he never sold that scooter until he died. He passed away out of from heart attack long in 2004. But the point being that people, the industry, some people have made investments and they have budget challenges, they have variety of challenges going on, and it's not easy for them to suddenly transition. So they are trying to make the best use of the investment they have made in the past. I'm not saying they're emotionally attached, but they are in a business sense, yes, they are emotionally attached to things. It is working for them for now, and Informatica has done some development in the cloud and stuff, but they are way behind. So the people that work within that system have only. I mean, I'm not saying they won't have jobs. They will continue with jobs, but from a growth perspective, the growth will not be there. I mean, they'll. Well, I take my words back. I'm saying that there'll be marginal growth as compared to growth in other areas.
Okay, I'll connect within the group.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. So there's another question from Purushottam.
अरे वाह,
Yeah,
पुरुषोत्तम मतलब
hi
ठीक है.
Arun.
Hi,
Yeah,
पुरुषोत्तम.
hi. This is Purushottam from Bangalore.
Hmm.
So I have 20 years, 20 plus years of IT experience. Okay,
In what?
15 plus, yeah, 15 plus years of mainly since my career, no, entire my career, I have been working as a Oracle database administration,
Hmm.
mostly with Oracle DBA.
Hmm.
So now I'm learning AWS. So now kind of middle age, right? So I'm just a little bit confused dilemma. So what, where I can go to being as an Oracle experienced DBA in current shift. So I
Uh,
just want to know, yeah, some your.
do you want a quick answer or a personalized, deeper answer? Personalized, deeper answer. We've been speaking for many hours. I would say, let me take a look at your resume. But, but with your background, you are perfectly suited for either of the two paths. Number one, you have to get into Databricks and Fabric for sure. That is a surety. Majority of the people who have come to us are from either Oracle background or even Power BI. A lot of them have been data analysts, DBAs, and that kind of stuff. So Oracle DBA will always have a value. It will have always have a value. Whatever experience you have, it is very valuable. But majority of the people, even the people, whether they're in the training industry or whether they're actual life practitioners, majority of them are moving into Databricks and Fabric. Why? Because both together will give you, with your previous background, that is your best chance. So that is one route. Now, if you learn it with Azure, it will it will enhance you even further. But in your particular case, my opinion is that moving into Databricks and Fabrics and slowly moving into as a like branding yourself slowly as a data architect with some practice will be the best way for you to go.
So one question. So since last 20 years, what was your profile?
Mostly Oracle database from different version to version. I was, yeah, in Oracle like a migration specialist, data migration with Golden Gate, and last
I
2 years been working with
did.
Postgres database.
Got it.
Yeah, Purushottam, you heard my story when I told you about the Signa, that guy from Oracle. Were you there in the
Yeah,
audience?
that time I was little bit away, but I joined starting onwards. But sometime in between, I had to attend my office calls.
Yeah, so we can speak tomorrow. I'll tell you the whole story again because it's an example. When you sleep with Oracle for a long time in one particular role, it becomes, you become stagnant. The
Yeah,
the
that's what.
way the way forward for you is two paths, two clear paths you have, or a combined path. One clear path is becoming a cloud engineer uh, through Adhya stuff, and you can talk to him privately. The other path is, once you've done that, you can get into Databricks and Fabric. That's how I see it as a progression.
Okay,
And
cloud engineering is like architect kind of knowledge, getting into cloud
yes,
architect
even because
knowledge.
I want to exploit all your Oracle knowledge. I want it to be added benefit over whatever valuable thing you've already done.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to discard your previous experience. I want to utilize every bit of it. Because you cannot be treated as a fresher by the market. If you go
Correct.
like that, they'll treat you as a fresher. You have done only DBA. They will speak to you roundabout in roundabout ways, and
In, yeah.
so I want your experience to count, and we can. So Ardha, please start a group with separate like private group. We can have
And
some
one more
more
mindset, yeah.
conversation.
One just last thing. Thing is
Huh.
like my background is not like a computer background. I'm completely like botany, zoology, chemist. I wanted to become a doctor. I tried 1 year, took a gap. At that time, no
You
need.
and
I couldn't get it.
You and I are same. I wanted to be an MBBS doctor also, but
Okay.
unfortunately, my father had heart attack. I moved to IT. I am also a pilot, so I want to become a pilot. So forget.
No,
You
I'm
and
just
I.
telling. So that programming,
No,
right? I'm just telling
I
why I
know.
landed at DBA,
It,
because I
it,
learned all the IT related from NIT those days. So I started with small company DBA. So I have been working
as an
many
as
years with
an as
database.
an as an industry practitioner, my friend, I was in the M14 center of NIT, which is one of the oldest center and one of the best and biggest centers in New Delhi. Okay, so I've been training on a side. I had computer science in my 10th and 12th, so they I was an executive faculty for some time, just on the side. So I did that as well, just for fun. So I know NIT very well, and it's a good place. It is a very good place to have learned Oracle DBA from. I don't care about your chemistry, biography, geography, history background.
This
Nobody will care about it.
programming, I'm not strong enough in a program. That is the reason. That's why I'm just telling my background.
You don't
In
need
that time, you
programming.
require more programming, right?
Today,
Even Databricks
today,
also.
today we are talking about low code, no code.
Okay, okay.
So we would not require any knowledge in programming for doing anything that we have to offer, right? So it is okay if you do not have the typical C, C++, Java coding background or whatever other. You will not require it. So don't worry. We'll have follow up conversation with you. You will
Okay, then.
realize, and we'll share many examples with you. And you will realize that you know and because we already have people from your background in our batches.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, then.
any
Thank
more,
you.
Adaji? It's like getting late, and we have been speaking for two three, I think, couple hours now.
Let's take one more question. This is from
Okay.
Prashant.
Okay.
Prashant Tyagi from Western UP.
अरे वाह, वेस्टर्न यूपी में कहाँ से हैं?
Prashant will tell. Prashant, I think he's from
Yeah, hi
Meerut.
everyone.
प्रशांत जी, यूपी
Yes,
में
yes.
कहाँ से हैं आप? अवध से कहाँ से हैं आप?
No, Arun, I am from Meerut, nearby Delhi only.
अच्छा, ये फ्रॉम मेरठ. हाँ, बताइए.
Yeah, actually, I have total 10 years of experience, and last 3 years I am working
हम्म.
as a Power BI developer and sometimes on GCP query. But due to some reason, I have moved over last 6 months into the Databricks. So I want to learn Databricks in depth. So you have any program related to the Databricks?
So if you are particularly about Databricks program, अगर आपने हवा में सीखा है उसे, कहीं यूट्यूब से, कहीं उडेमी से, कहीं किसी टॉम डिक हैरी इंस्ट्रक्टर से, we have a very very specialized program in Databricks, which is we teach you based upon business case studies. It's almost like doing an MBA kind of a thing. And as so we are starting it on 17th of like Monday. We are starting that program. It is 4 days a week, and Surya will be able to give you all the information. He's the lead for managing that show. It is covered in about, I think, 6 to 7 weeks, I think, is the program, and then followed by Gen AI and the stuff. So I will let you talk to Surya. um, Arda, if you can get his number, I will create a I'll create a group between Surya and him, so that he gets the brochure, the information about the courses, the pricing, the everything. I think yeah. So you'll get all the information there, and you can attend the first class on the 17th, and you can figure out. I think it's 7 a.m. to 8:30 in the morning. Um, so you can join that and figure out if there's something that you like. You can see how the instructor teaches. You can see the completed portfolios. You can talk to a couple people and then make up your mind to continue with the class. Okay.
Okay, sure. I will talk with Surya. Yeah.
प्रशांत जी सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको एक जगह पे मिल जाएगा. We have a group. We have a group called Databricks COE, Centers of Excellence. So we have brochures in the group. We have every single information. But the best person to talk will be Surya, who is teaching the program. He'll give you total guidance end to end. Even if you are a zero, we assume that everybody, regardless of the thing, they come from zero.
How to join that group?
Okay, Arun. Actually,
I just suggest
I'm
you.
on all the groups.
So Prashant,
So like
yeah,
Power
Prashant, just ping me. I will move you in that group.
Okay.
Any other question? Last minute question, if you have, guys.
So I see Arunav's hand is raised.
Arnav Srivastava ji, बताइए,
From
how can we help you?
Lucknow.
Hello. Hello, sir. Um, so actually, I had only a couple of questions, not much.
Hmm.
Since you knew that I had joined, basically I have been I am doing market research work in my job since April 25, and I had joined the Fabric course, the first batch in October 25,
Yeah,
and
I
it
know.
took
I know everything about you. Tell me,
so.
how can we help you?
So basically, I had two questions. That first of all, I don't want to deny this, but I took a lot of time in covering the Fabric course because I had absolutely no idea about data engineering at that point of time. So I think it took me around 8 months to complete it. To complete it. So as of now, although you have answered this to Vikrant, that I still have a feeling that I don't know everything that I need to know in order to apply for an associate data engineering role, because when I talk to the colleagues in the office, so I'm skipping that question because you had already answered.
नहीं, इसीलिए I don't know what I was saying
Mm,
was, let's say you have a 6 weeks program or 7 weeks program. Every week there is a small. So whether you join Adhya's any program in the world, forget us, forget Aradhya, forget Surya, forget me also. You join any program in the world, a decent program which is live, which has labs. If you practice and if you have been given the interview questions, your resume has been modified, everything in the whole 9 yards. So if you are sincere enough, committed enough to, I mean, it's okay that you took 8 months because, I know your conditions, the conditions of family, etc. But you took a hell lot of time. If you would have just done your DP 700 and see, people have fear of taking interviews. Just take the interviews, you would have got through by now. By now, you should have already been working as a data engineer.
Actually speaking, sir, I feel like I have a very limited pace of understanding things. I'm not able to grasp things fast enough that that I can do. So
Arnav ji, I will give you one choice.
yes, sir.
Our I think Databricks is starting 17. Fabric will be starting shortly thereafter, I think. But you are most welcome to sit in the batch for free. Okay, just sit and refresh. Just refresh. If you are weak at something, you refresh either with the new batch or refresh in private. But we will help you in person to kind of get you ready. But this time, see, what we are expecting is only one thing. If you tell me, हाँ भाई पहले मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, but I have realized this and now I want to change. Change के लिए you have to take a what is called as संकल्प कि
Yes,
मुझे
sir.
बदलना है. If you make up your mind कि I have to change, you will change. As simple as that. If you talk like Animesh Srivastava, you know who is he, right? If you start
Yes, sir.
talking like, if you so if you decide कि हाँ okay, I will change, then you will change.
Yes, sir.
That's
So,
the
So just one question, one more, that I will be completing in October. I will be having 1.5 years of experience. But when I'm trying to apply for fabric roles, most of them are quoting 3 years of experience. So I'm not able to understand so as to
So Baba,
how do
शुरू
I
में
mitigate
शुरू in the initial, we will help you work with your resume. So
Yes,
you know, you and I have talked so many times. So you can submit, you can share the latest greatest resume. So by that time, so you can set a December. Let's say you can set a December time frame. So
yes, sir.
maybe some places they will reject. Some places will reject. If they genuinely need X years of experience, they'll reject you. But there are places who are willing to work with variety of now. Now the only change you have to do is, if you are bent upon ki no, I will only take up a job in Lucknow.
नहीं,
Lucknow is a
लखनऊ तो कोई
great
जॉब नहीं है।
Lucknow is a great seat of
नहीं,
learning and culture. I've
नहीं,
spent my initial schooling years were from Lucknow, so I deeply understand Lucknow. Now,
yes, sir.
it is not the seat of learning. So, if you are willing to move for a short period of time in better cities, yes, there'll be some challenges staying in a different city. You can move to Delhi, you can, sorry, Noida, you can move to Bangalore. It'll be, if you do that for a short period of time, for 1.5 years, then you can, then from there you will grow anywhere. Then you can move back to wherever you want. But if you want your life in, IT and business, Lucknow is not the amazing city, amazing, but is not top of the mind when it comes to IT.
Yes, sir. Um, sure, sir. I
So
will.
we will keep talking. We'll just be in touch with me.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't have to.
So
You
I
don't
had
have
just
to.
used the sample resume of Surya, which he had shared in the alumni group.
I know, I
So
know,
I
I
had
know.
used that only.
So just
So
use that. So talk to me. I mean, you can talk. You know. I don't know. I'm always open. You can freely talk to me. Maybe tomorrow, day after. Whenever you and I find time, just grab me and say, "Hey, Arun, I want to talk to you about this, that," and we will talk. Let's start somewhere. Let's start interviewing. Let's finish your resume. If you have some gaps, let's work on those gaps. It's okay. You haven't lost anything. You are at a very good. In fact, I appreciate all the work you've done, and I appreciate how you have kept in touch. And I mean, you are better than many students I know.
uh, I appreciate that sentiment, sir. I will get in touch with you later.
Sure,
Sure,
no,
sir.
no problem, no problem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Raj.
Pritam ji, Nitin, Purushottam, I've answered. Is there any last minute question that we have, guys? Because um, although I'd love to talk to you, we'll probably like set up another session sometime whenever Adya tells me to do that. We can all meet together, or you can talk to Adya in private or Surya in private, and. So Nitin, Pritam, Purushottam, Raghu, Vinod Kumare, Virat Singh ji, Vivek. If anybody has anything, a comment or a question, I hope that this session was somewhat valuable for you. Even if it made you think 1% better, then I can sleep well tonight.
Yeah, hi Arun. Iresh here. Can I ask question?
Sure.
So I have 15 years of experience, okay, in Java, Spring Boot.
Ah.
So I'm just planning to like go into the data learning data and Databricks. So can I move to like Databricks with this experience, like in data field?
Y-
What is the like? What
so
are the
because
chances? Yeah.
so with this experience, if you wanted to move into Databricks and Fabric, actually
Mm-hmm.
this a portion of this experience can be utilized towards data engineer, because you again, you will not be a fresher. You understand some basic software development principles. Um, your programming knowledge will be helpful a little bit
Okay.
Although you will have to unlearn something. For example, in Databricks, we have let's say we have PySpark, right? We
Mm-hmm.
also teach PySpark as a part of the program. You don't have to. So the Java part will help there somewhat, uh, because when you look at let's say PySpark. I don't want to have a technical conversation, but at a very high level, uh, uh, portions of your knowledge would be helpful because Spark has lazy processing. Java is very eager. And remember this word, what I said, and I'll have a communication with separately on technical side. Java is eager, Spark is lazy. And it is there's a reason for it being lazy because it analyzes the whole thing
Okay.
first and then acts. I don't want to go
Okay.
deep into technical stuff,
So, like,
but
I need to be like expert in like Python and SQL, or like,
no. You need not be a Python expert. Your whatever little knowledge of Java you
Mhm.
had is enough.
Okay.
You don't need anything at all. We teach
Okay.
you from the very beginner concept and we move from there into the Databricks or Fabrics. So on 17th of August when they're starting, go ahead, join the first class, see how it goes and go from there. Right?
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
You
Thank you.
you will find it very, very simple because we go step by step. To learn that, you will not
So,
require all this. It is
you
not a
okay?
prerequisite.
You will teach Databricks or Fabric, like both are different tools, right? So,
The Databricks is from Databricks, Fabric is from Microsoft. So
okay.
we tell people we have a combo course of Databricks plus Fabric because most of the people who are uh, today in the IT industry, whether you have one or the other, it's good. But majority of the people these days are having both. Both because when they apply to Wipro, LTI, Mindtree, Deloitte, XYZ, all the HCL, any company you name, if you have a dual skill, then the companies prefer you because they can position you for any. If they get a Databricks client, you can go there. If they get a Fabric client first, you go there. If they get both clients, you can work on both products. So they like a person uh, who has transferable skills in either platform, right? So this is why
Okay.
both
Got it. Yeah.
technologies are important. So I think the both the cost. I am not sure about the exact cost, but I think it's about 28K, and it runs for whichever you do in the first. It doesn't matter. But you can join Databricks from day one.
Okay. So
So you do
curriculum is like
Databricks and then
okay. You will teach
yeah,
Databricks directly, or will teach Python, SQL, or like.
SQL. Whatever is See, see one. SQL for data engineering is different from just SQL. So we
Mhm.
cover whatever is needed for data engineering because you don't have to be a SQL developer, right?
Mhm.
You have to
Yeah.
learn joins. There are certain things in SQL that you need, and in our data engineering course, we cover what you need.
Okay.
We will
Okay.
cover
Got it.
what you need for the. That is very. So you don't. I can say in short that your background is enough. It will go from basics and will work in a portfolio format, which means that one day there'll be theory, the next day there'll be practical implementation of that. Then you will practice, right? So in 1 week there will be 4 classes, Monday to Thursday, I think, for 1.5 hours each. And in slowly, gradually, each week you'll have to upload your work that you have done on the portfolio website. Now people that we teach people how to create that also for free, right? Apart from that, you will get all the notes in our all the programs across COE. Great notes are provided in addition. Then we prepare you for the resume. We prepare you, we guide you on how to take interviews. We teach you how to modify your LinkedIn. All the 9 yards of end-to-end work will be done for you. Right? So your background is appropriate. Don't worry about it. Just attend the first class and see the experience for yourself.
Okay, Arun. Yeah, thank you. I will attend. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
I think there's no more question. So if you have any question, then guys, you can
Kavita
unmute.
ji, Nitin ji, Raghu.
No, Arunji. Thank you.
Okay. So guys,
Okay, then.
again, you guys are welcome. You can reach out to Ardha at any, just set up time with him to talk. And you don't have to talk about, like today was not about Databricks or Fabric or Azure or DevOps. All those are there. Of course they are there, and we treat them better than anybody else. But today's purpose was career fest, career guidance, listening to the problems openly and seeing what works for them. Right? So guys, reach out to our people, especially Ardha and Surya, for your needs. And if you need to talk some more, Ardha and Surya know how to reach out to me, and over a call or a WhatsApp. If you articulate the problem, what we expect people is to share their background, which we can see probably from the resumes. Resume is the best thing to share your background. Once we have the background, we'll be very happy to guide you through all the challenges, career challenges you face, whether it is from the office or for learning or whatever. We will have a opinion that comes from many, many years of experience. We were not born yesterday. We have years come between Adya, Surya, me, and Virat. We have years of experience combined. So we can hopefully guide you to be at least some percent better than you actually are today. And with that, thank you so much for attending today. And Adya, thank you for having the patience to set this up. And you were the leader who took this opportunity to set up this career fest. So I'm so proud and happy that you set up this career fest. So thank you to you and Virat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you all.
All right.